All right.
Refresh.
Still there. There it is. There it is.
Which again? Hayden? All right, Hayden, the Orc player, picked Mark for Death, both use Spears, the Reapers, and the Wave Serpent.
Okay.
Old
Okay.
School and Ground Control will be the objectives.
Ooh, very
Ooh, ground
optimistic.
control. Ground control is yeah. That's
Okay, and
a
Yanari is taking Reaper, Headhunter, and Butcher's Bill.
Reaper. Okay.
Reaper, Headhunter, Butcher's
With
Bill. That's also a
that
good
many
choice.
snipers, yeah.
What was the
And
first one?
or
What's that?
No, no, I'm getting some chop.
yeah, as we were discussing the greater possessed earlier, Fiends of Celeste are only strength 4.
Jeez, getting them up to 5 would help.
I guess.
It's the demon nets, I think, where you get the most value because getting them up to strength 4 with their volume of attacks, I think, really
Yes.
pays off. That's a big increase in kill.
Well, part of the reason I was thinking I like the Fiend's ability that you can't fall back.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it's
that's huge.
I wish I could find a way to make them useful or think of making them useful. So
Yeah, find a way for them to not get shot to death.
yeah, that too.
So from what I hear in regards to the greater possessed, is that it adds one to the strength characteristic, which remember changes the math in terms of like things like power fist or whatever.
Right.
Of Mark of Chaos Legion demon units.
Mark of
So
Chaos, Legion, Demon units. Wow,
demon
that's really
units.
specific.
Yes. Well, they're within 6 inches.
That has got to be the most specific aura we've seen. That actually you have to have 3 different keywords
Yeah.
to get the bonus.
There's probably more, but that's the only one we would care about.
Wow.
To
He
make a
moves
blood
7.
bomb nice.
Yeah, he moved. They move 7. They have no guns, so it says 7 plus D6 unless you're going to charge.
Right.
So they can keep up with the fiends or whatever else. You can buy up to 2 in a unit, and when they land, they separate. They become their individual units.
Okay, so getting
They do
Butcher's
not.
Bill.
They do not have the character keyword.
Oh my god, that's terrible. So anything can just gun them down. That's terrible.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Oh no, wait, they do. Sorry. I had to
Okay.
double check. They do.
Okay. Okay.
Although
Jesus, I was about to be
I did
like,
like you
wow.
going off on that.
I was just about to be like, fuck you, Gene Game Force. Come on, don't make them terrible.
Make chaos great again.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
I need my
they're
World
going.
Leaders Codex.
It looks like they're going at the same pace as they are with the power armor armies, where it's just a slow creep of units that make them a little bit better.
I think we're seeing a
They'll
slow
be-
creep down because that's what it seemed
Yeah.
like.
No, they were already pretty low. Now it's just a slow creep back up
Yeah.
They got
as they just.
book syndrome.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, the book's still good. The only problem is there's only like 3 or 4 viable units.
The
And one of
problem
them,
is
Chaos
Chaos
Space Marines or demons?
Adam.
if it was a question, I'm sorry.
Do you have to take a nap, old man?
Yeah.
No.
It happens.
My narcolepsy kicked in. was
No,
the
I was
question?
saying, which you said the book has like 3 or 4 usable units. Are you
The
talking about Chaos Space Marines or demons?
the almost like both, really.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the common units you keep seeing in Chaos Space Marine? It's always, uh, it's essentially cultists. That's
Right.
basically the whole book. It's cultists. Sometimes at one point obliterators, which you'll probably see again now that the obliterators.
Berserkers were a thing before they nerfed the Alpha Legion strat.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's essentially cultists. Any just like with Imperial Guard, any Chaos Space Marine army anyway, not counting Death Guard, you're going to have cultists screening out. And with demons, it's essentially either plague bearers or bloodletters, depending how your style of play. So,
Yeah, demons have. Well, demons have Nurglings. Nurglings are always good.
Bloodletter bombs.
Yeah, Bloodletter Bomb is great.
Demon Prince Corn with Skull Reaver. Good answer
So
for
it's-
night.
All right. So it's not.
Mm.
So unfortunately, they
Gunslinger
there's-
Sam, thanks for following the channel.
there's a select units that are good, but not. There's not a lot of choice in the book if you want to be competitive. There's stuff that I play, but that's because I want to play those models, not necessarily because I think they're the most optimal units. But we'll see what happens. What does the deployment look like? Are they doing Vanguard strike?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
Yep, Vanguard. So that no, that's kind of a wash. Or actually, this probably hurts the orc a little bit more since he's gonna, depending
It's not
how
as
he
much space.
yeah, he's gonna be a little crammed in. Although it's not like he has 50 boys, so that's still, I think, enough space for him to kind of set up. And it'd be interesting to see where he drops those knobs.
If it was me, I'd probably put the knobs in deep strike. That way you can deep strike them in and do the jump with
Right.
another unit if you needed to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we got the baby Luda star, so, you know, kind of where one would think it would be, surrounded by grots. That makes total sense.
And it is surrounded by gods.
Yep. Is Imbi or Shining Spear starting on the board?
That's one unit.
Okay, so one on the board. That's I mean, that saves you CPs, but that could go bad too.
Depends. It's going to depend on who goes first, like with most games. But he could attack in waves.
No, I mean, I think I get the idea
Right.
of you know, of maybe it's a bait unit, but it's
It's an expensive bait unit.
Yeah.
it is, especially because that's one of the real heavy lifters of the list. So, I mean, this might actually where we see those knobs shine if he actually does deep strike him in. He's not paying attention, gives him a clear lane. They can just come in on turn 2 and, like, you know, annihilate that unit. Or if he moves poorly and gives the Ludas room, or if the Ludas just get jumped into a place where they have line of sight and just, you know, obliterate them too that way. So, I
Looks
mean,
like he's screening with the Guardians.
well, of course, that's their job.
Yeah. Wow.
They're there to die. Which is funny when you think about the fluff of the Eldar of, like, every one of us is precious and we have our soul stones. What about you 15 guys? Oh, stand in the open and just die for just the opening volley. You're cool.
We have better bodies waiting for you.
Yeah. So does he put him where are the
I'd
Dark
put the
Reapers
wave
going?
serpent. I don't know, but I'd put the wave serpent out front as a bait.
Yeah.
You can't really kill it, not with what he has for the orcs.
I don't know, 15 Ludas doing the usual double could. Because he ignores all the modifiers if he just pops the strat, so you know. What does it matter?
He still hits on 5s.
Yeah, but it depends what I mean. If he rolls a 1, yeah. But if he rolls that 3, that's still 45 shots. You know, with exploding 5s and 6s and all that good stuff.
Well, it looks like he has it, so at least he gets +1 cover from the Ludas anyway.
So it gives him a 3-up save against someone. It's not
No, it'd be a
terrible.
2-up, because no. Wait, I don't remember
They
the
have a
Eldar
3-up.
stuff.
They have a 3-up save standard,
Yeah.
and so with cover 2-up, and then the def guns are basically autocannons. So
Yeah, that's the
or
only
better
thing about 'em.
autocannons.
Everybody gets better autocannons, Danny, if you've seen the new autocannon for the Primaris.
Hey, you know, they got to sell those Primaris models somehow, man.
I know, I'm getting
That's funny.
2 boxes.
Of course you are.
You didn't get the female Primaris Marines? Stop.
Please.
Stop your mic,
Please.
Jason.
Please don't stop. Turn off your mic,
Yeah.
please. Bam, can you punch him?
I would. He's grumpy already, though. If I cry the rest of the night. Then I gotta put him in the hotel room.
If you couldn't hear Brian, it's because his mic's not close to him. There you go.
Because Jason turned my sound down.
I did not. I turned it back up.
I'm
Yeah.
going with that. That seems
Yeah,
more
that
plausible.
yeah. It also is just more entertaining. It's about the narrative, guys.
Yeah, you should learn that. It's all about the narrative. Truth
Yeah.
is not a thing.
Hey, is
It
it
doesn't
J-
matter.
Dude, I'm telling you, I touched it.
Yeah, it wasn't orientated correctly.
Sure, that's what you told her.
I apologize for my co-host, Twitchland.
I have no regrets.
Yes.
No regrets.
Not even a letter.
All right, now we're in the great phase of everyone line up your model.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, at least the fellow Aiden playing Orcs, he looks like a young man. His back's probably strong enough to play it. Hey, I have my 120 boys list, and it is I need icy hot after just a game. I couldn't imagine a tournament. Actually, I've done a tournament with it, and I definitely need some icy hot after that.
So it looks like, are those shining spears he's putting in the open?
Yeah.
Do they have a redeploy trick?
Yes.
Is there a redeploy?
That phantasm can be used.
Yeah. I imagine, I would hope that's the idea, because otherwise that seems like maybe underestimating the shooting prowess of orcs.
What do you think Matt is anticipating going first?
Maybe. I mean, could be doing that gamble. He's gonna go first just based on drops. So
He'll have +1.
yeah, I mean, yeah, the plus.
Oh,
one
I can
ability.
fuck up a +1.
Oh, yeah.
So can I.
Yeah.
I think I'm more likely to go first if I don't have it than if I do.
Yeah.
Because +1 don't matter if you roll a 1.
Yeah, the best you'll get is a tie if you're lucky, usually.
Now they have to roll a 1, yeah, for you to lose, for you
Yeah.
to win.
Right.
Yeah. Now, so we'll see. I mean, that's again, bold move, Cotton. It's can't hold anything back. It's the final game of the day. Can't hold anything back.
That's right.
Yeah, hopefully he's got phantasm in mind. If not, he's gonna be picking up some shining spears.
Yeah. I mean,
Now, when can Phantasm be played?
You play it after.
I know it's before the battle round starts.
Let me pull it up. I have it in my phone.
yeah, I'm pulling it up on mine too.
I
think
don't have
actually
it
may not
on
have the
my
Eldar Codex. Of all things, I might not have the Eldar Codex.
I have
No,
it.
I do. Of course, I do.
Oh, you're
I
horrible.
can't be a judge without it. That was just purely for
It's true.
fucking judge calls all the time.
I don't judge. I judge Eldar morally, not in regards to.
You're a dirty, dirty
Yeah,
player.
Sante 13, I totally agree. Power level is a bad way to guess points considering GW throws a dart at the board to determine it. Sounds
It's
accurate.
at the start of the first battle round, but before the first turn has begun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So after deployment, he can phantasm.
After deployment and after seize roll?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's before, it's after, it's really as the game starts, but before the first player turn. So
Oh, yeah.
literally the moment before you can actually start playing the game.
Wow. So he can only roll the seize roll,
Yes.
seize,
Yes.
It's all,
and then
yeah,
Phantasm.
you know for sure who's going first. So that's I mean,
Nice.
assuming that's what
Point out
he's
your
doing,
warlord.
I think we're all trusting in Matt here of being a competent player. But if he goes second and doesn't do that, then we can all laugh.
That's true.
That would require for me to have a faith in humanity, Danny.
I played Matt before the GT. Actually, I played Matt last year at the GT. He's a pretty fair player, so.
You can't phantasm into deep strike, but you can move things around to where he suddenly doesn't have a good shot at anything except maybe the wave serpent, which is, if you're getting the Ludus to shoot at something, is probably the best thing for them to shoot at in terms of mitigating damage overall to the Yannari list.
And what we're assuming is he's baiting by putting the Shining Spears out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he phantasm, all he has to do is put him behind that generator-like thing, like the other unit is right now.
Yeah, or swap them with the or just swap them with the wave serpent, right? Just put them there, and they're screened out more or less enough. Like, he has to be careful that there is a landing zone for the Ludas on the far end. But then you're playing the game of, do you want to trade 15 Ludas for 10 Shining Spears? Maybe, maybe not.
I don't know. I don't know what those knobs are going to do, to be honest.
I know, right? Are the knobs on the table, or they get teleported?
I don't know. Orcs all look the same to me at this point, unless they're in mega armor.
Well, let's
It's
see what
really hard
if we
to
can
tell.
get in close to his deployment zone. Too far. There we go.
Are they hiding in that?
Yeah, it's somewhere in here. All right, so we're taking a look at everything. Let's go here. There you go. It's a better view.
I just see his back.
Yeah, look at that. There's a little bit of lag.
Tell him to bend with the knees. Tell him to bend with the knees.
I don't see any.
Here's Ludas.
Ludas.
Yeah, those are easy to see. I see the KFF is over there hanging out.
20 men, 45 men, 45 men.
Bike right there. I guess we'll see it here in a few minutes.
They have a maximum.
Yeah, no, I don't.
There's
Yeah.
his head.
If they,
Okay.
44.
and then
Oh gosh. All right, here we'll just do
they
this.
kill something.
I go where I want. Is the moral of the story.
I'm gonna do the knob squad. 10 men
All
knobs.
right.
Right back here. This is
Excellent
the-
camel work.
this-
Thank you.
This
I
is
learned
the kind of
from- I learned
professionalism
from-
we've come to appreciate.
I have to be good at something.
And that's that.
That's
You,
it?
you consider yourself good at that?
Good?
Let's go ahead.
Oh.
I appreciate it, man.
We'll pause.
Zing.
Do we pause time for rolling off? Whose time?
That was
Just go.
shockingly
Pause.
humorous of you, Adam.
I'm gonna go first.
Very out of character.
Should I just
On
give him like?
24/7.
Oh, he just paused it. Yellow card.
Switching over to you.
Just yell out yellow and red and see if they turn around.
I don't think they're gonna. You know, I think you guys can be proud. I wore my my LBO shirt, but no one has asked me judge questions.
It's because you can see your nipples through that shirt.
No seats.
So does it look like
I'm gonna spend 2
Brigadier
CP.
got first turn?
Drop down to 10 and do a redeploy of up to 3
You
units.
already have first turn.
Alright,
Oh, yeah,
he did use Phantasm, guys.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of happy
Not
with
a
it.
shock.
Nope. Wait, orcs have first turn, right?
Right.
Okay. Wow, I am really
No, I'm
tired.
not gonna do that. I don't need it.
I'll
Oh.
say, huh.
Hey, don't-
He's
put
passing.
it back. Good thing I didn't move those dice, because I am gonna forget. Alright. Movement phase. So, where's
Looks like the Yanari's going first, not orcs. Jason.
I was right.
Good thing nobody asked you judge
This is
questions.
a 25 man squad.
25 minutes?
Jeez.
He's like Oprah with the yellow cards. Check under your seat. There's a yellow card.
Go
Looking
Dizzle
out the window.
22. Go
That's a
helmet.
paddling.
Wonder whose helmet.
Yeah.
Here come the spears. Spending some CP.
Is it the one that lets them charge after they advance?
I believe so.
Doing okay?
Do you guys want to hear the players?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Kind of like without hearing them, just because I don't know if they're annoying or not.
They cannot be any more annoying than Jason.
Lovely.
That was
This
not
is true.
These guys gonna advance?
Although I was thinking it.
I'm gonna wait in like 11th one. I'm just gonna be judging at LVO, and some guy's gonna be over and be like, "Fuck you, my voice is not annoying."
That's fine, because you'll be, and you are.
I'm like that anyway.
He said
I
he was.
know.
At least I'm not John. Don't you know who I am? So apparently, one of these guys' nicknames is Helmet.
At least it's not purple helmet.
Wow. Bo
It might
Dizzle.
be.
Who knows a Bo Dizzle 22? I'll go ask him real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna interrupt the
Godsy.
game for this important Twitch question.
Who
Hey,
knows
guys,
a guy named
who-
Godsy22?
Who is Bodizzle22? Helmet? Who's Helmet? Apparently they want your. Okay, so Matt name is Helmet. Apparently somebody named Bodizzle22 wants your body. Those Canadians, they're so funny.
Sure.
His nickname is Helmet, huh?
Yep,
Is it 'cause he has a fake leg?
it's got a fake leg. Yep.
I don't know. Let's just start that rumor. I feel like that'll make him more in the world of 40K internet celebrities. That'll give him a good hook, right? Like
Exactly. Give him a peg leg.
exactly. That'll create some brand recognition.
It's all about the brand.
You know, we could just have him do one of those one-leg wheelchairs everywhere, but his leg's not bad. You know, he just wheels it
for the style,
around.
right?
For the
Like,
stuff.
just get the handicap parking, front of the line at Disneyland, all that shit.
I know people that do that.
Having just gone, taking my son, I really was like, man, I just need to get one of those things in a fake cast, and here we go. Alright, let's see. Standard. Kajiggering, that's a psyker. Where's Cat Lady? Oh,
She's probably in the wave.
probably
somewhere.
hanging out that wave serpent, yeah. Just gotta measure, make sure he can get off Soul Burst here.
Yep. I've got a sound clip for Soul Burst. You ready to hear it?
Eldar,
Sure.
beware their
Not
trickery.
really, but that's not gonna stop you.
Did you hear it?
No,
No.
thank God.
Ah,
I heard Adam's dismissive laugh.
I
Man,
love it what you said.
brutal. I'm not gonna invite you guys back. You don't like me playing with my toys.
Hey, I wanted to hear it, man. I think everything should have a soundboard. I'm upset I don't have one right now.
All right, let's try this again. No, that didn't work.
Well, we already know you're good at the camera, not the soundboard. So
Right. And I need to get a sound guy.
I do.
Eldar,
Or a girl,
beware
whatever.
their trickery.
Somebody.
True. Okay,
Live band, live accompaniment.
oh yeah,
that would be
You
really
can do
nice.
Intro music.
Oh, looks like we got another judge question.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Good thing I'm not a judge.
Just flip a coin.
No. The Jervis method. Dice it.
You know, that's what, actually, to be honest, that's what we did, right? At LVO, we always just flipped the coin right before they asked us a ruling. Or actually, any submitted ruling, right?
Yeah. Basically, I don't fucking know. Well, every
At the
time
end-
we'd ask GW, they just tell us to Jervis it, and that would just apply for the rest of the tournament.
Sounds very legit.
Yeah, spirit of the game, man. It's a beer and pretzels game.
Yes.
True.
So, what is the judge question anyway?
Let's see.
I don't think they asked Jason.
They didn't.
Yeah.
They're asking the head judge.
That's a good call.
Yeah. If you ask, you could be wrong, so don't ask.
Hey,
Just
Danny, when do
argue
you
with your
measure a
opponent.
soul burst action?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one before.
What do you mean when you measure?
At what point do you measure it? Do you measure it before the squad is killed, or when you pull the last model from the unit?
Oh.
How did we rule it at LVO?
We do it at that attack step. So
Yeah.
it's what you have to roll through the weapon first. So it's at a weapon by weapon basis. So if he's rolling different weapons and he kills 6 guys, and that wipes the squad, you measure from where it started. But if he killed 6 guys, switches to another weapon to kill the last 4, you measure from where those last 4 were.
Okay.
So it's by,
I can
'cause,
talk to
it's
Nick
by-
about it.
Yeah, I believe that's how we ruled it.
Okay.
LVO. It's just we resolve it by a weapon,
Yeah, it's by
Weapon by
weapon, weapon by weapon. Yeah.
and the state they were when he starts removing casualties from that weapon.
Yeah, they let me keep them so I can use them at tournaments. I wish I could. Oh, ruling. Sounds like the judge is gonna rule in favor. Rule the way you actually ruled it.
Oh, so the right way.
So the right way. Yes. So the right way.
Now, the judge is always right at that moment, so
I'm not there, so I can say whatever.
you get the Monday morning quarterback that shit all day.
Yes.
Oh, so that's what it feels like, man. I like it.
Wow.
That's why people do it.
All right, so let's see how many school. I mean, really, it's going to be those shining spears are probably going to get them a squad, but will they be able to soul burst into anything worth killing?
Boys.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell because it's orcs, so they all look the goddamn same. But
I know the
Like-
basing. I don't know how he's differentiating squads. To be honest, it looks very. It can be deemed as sketchy the way he has them because the bases all look the same. I can't tell if the squad's different, but I'm not close enough to see how he's differentiating the squads. Also, looks like he doesn't have enough boys on the table.
maybe he has some in teleporter.
That's what I'm checking around because I don't think he can put as many as or he can put up to 3, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think there's a limit on teleporter, but it's 2 CPs each, and that's a lot after a while.
Well, he has a ton still, so
Off the table.
it's the white snow differentiates, although
So that white
Kinda
unit
hard.
is what?
yeah, I just don't know if that one big squad in the front is like his little sacrificial 10 boy squads, and where the bigger ones are.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Well, at least from this angle, from watching,
Yeah.
it's hard to differentiate.
Yeah,
It might-
probably easier to see when you're at the table.
yeah, if we only had a camera that could get us up close to see the models.
Oh, sorry. I was talking with a judge. What did you want to see?
We're trying to figure out how he differentiates his models, or you can just ask the player eventually in between rounds.
Are you talking about the Aiden, the orc player?
No, I mean the Yanari player.
Yanari?
is all
I think so. In
no,
chat
I mean
they
the orc
said
player. The orc player, Jason.
you're gonna make this hard on me. So in chat they said they use white snow to differentiate units. There's no snow there.
Yeah,
No
the
snow
one big
there.
that one big unit is 30 boys. Hold on, I can't see now.
Oh, hey,
No.
hey.
Back and to the left.
Yeah, not.
Back and to the left.
Why am I looking at Eldar?
All right. Let's try this again.
Go to the orcs, please.
I think
Let's
we
look
should.
at the action.
I
Let's look
think
at
we
the
should
action.
spend the whole. I think we should spend the whole game just trolling Jason about his.
You guys are so nice. I'm so happy I'm part of the LVO crew.
Yeah, it's a wonderful brotherhood.
Apparently.
Okay, yeah. So there's
Okay,
oh,
so
they're painted different colors.
they're
too.
okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
It's just
There,
hard to see
compliment.
from our angle. Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome.
third-
Apparently
third
they
edition,
are
right?
approving.
Third edition
We were
garage.
just the best grots.
I know, right?
I really wish I kept that box. I really could use that many rounds.
Oh, no worry.
I actually found 30 of them in a box in the house
Nice.
recently.
Here come the shining spears.
So they're gonna kill that.
That's gonna hurt.
It's fine.
Yeah.
If you're playing orcs, you expect 90% of your army to die. So.
It's just about peace trades, making sure you're getting value done.
I mean, he won't be able to. He'd have to basically wipe out the unit. So
Well,
I
now
don't
it's
know.
the question of what good targets does he have with that unit gone?
Grotz?
Right. So, I mean, takes away the shield for the Ludas, I guess, which, if you want to deal with them at range, is a necessity.
Bodizzle banned. You need to be serious in chat. Don't give false statements to get a judge. That's a red card. And also, don't lie about your painting.
Yeah, that's a big one. I'm gonna do that now. Be able to, like, hide half my army.
I hear that's the thing.
Either that, or I'm just gonna bring like a model that's not in my army, really well painted, to just be like, look at my really well painted model. Alright.
Right now, it looks like just making some more saves.
What do we?
But what is he shooting at? More important. Well, he's making saves, so he's not shooting at Grotz.
He's got two. Knob has two.
Oh,
wounds, so
it's
he will
was
take
that
two
the
of those.
Shining Spears
Okay.
just picking up?
This is the dead pile. From
Yeah.
the
Hey, how many are left in there?
You killed 10, so there's 15 left.
15 left?
Yeah,
And
I'll do
their
it.
morale is basically whatever they want it to be.
Yep,
Yep.
Shining Spears getting their work in already.
You are still within 7 right now.
This is why you know replay.
I'm going to put this here. I am going to do Fire and Fade after my
Okay.
Dark Reaper shoot.
And how many command points is that? One?
It's just one. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to
Alright,
see
so-
what the how much
Huh?
damage at the end of the day.
No, but I
how
always
you
do just so
how
that I
the turn
remember.
is, and then not to
Right?
mention
I like.
how much damage Aiden here does in return. You know, because if he can do a little bit of Razzmatazz, pick up those Shining Spears and pick up the Dark Reapers, that would be a pretty big hit. That really would limit Matt's offense. Which maybe those knobs come in handy, man. Depending where they are, maybe those knobs pop out of nowhere and just fucking wreck shit.
Yeah, but currently he's screening for both the Dark Reapers and the second squad of
None made.
Shining Spears. So.
There's in the corner, in the top left corner, there looks like there's a place for his knobs to land to still get good line of sight on those Dark Reapers.
Oh, with the rockets.
Dead
Yeah.
pile.
Shooters.
There was 15,
Yep.
you killed 4, 11 left. Yep.
Where are those Dark Reapers at?
Oh, well, I think those are. I don't know. I thought those.
I'm
were Dark
assuming they're the
Reapers
ones
over
near
there.
next to the crate.
Yeah.
He fire and faded him.
Moving over there. He can, so he can just fire and fade back and get out of line of sight.
These are 2 different keys.
That's
Well,
what that
no.
card is.
Yep, they're right there.
Depending where he lands, or he's able to land, he can still get the shot off with the rockets, even though because the rockets are range, I believe, 24.
Yes.
You guys are over
Yeah.
there, and one guy over here.
So
He can
9
still
to
get range.
because there's only 9 to where the Guardian, where the Dire Avengers are.
5 ups on the enforced field range.
And
Yeah, like I
then-
said, there's still, depending where he goes, I think there is an angle he can get, but I don't know if it would be optimal.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I did 13, so 26.
He'd be too far away from everything else, and so he'd kill that. But it might be a fair trade considering the damage output the Dark Reapers can put out.
Yep.
To 4 and 6 ups.
Especially again if he eats that Shining Spear, if he can manage to eat the Shining Spears and the Dark Reapers in kind of one counterattack, that really I think puts Matt on the back foot, because then he really has to rely on that last Shining Spear squad to carry him through.
The whole unit does, but as soon as I pull these 4 guys.
No, it's the same weapon profile.
I know, but it's the same thing with like saves. As soon as I pull the model, that's when they get to feel.
Can you show me that rule in the orc book?
Yeah, I'll show you the rule. The only yeah. I'll go ahead and roll the Feel of Pains while I'm doing this.
And they're animated. They're fucking.
I thought this was going to be a clean game.
What were they? What are they discussing?
I think when grots are removed in sequence.
So the
Custom
way,
force field.
yeah, the way you do that
Yeah,
is you take the saves as if on the model itself they're shooting at, and then you just remove the
I
grots.
don't know what is that. Nothing. So 4 die, and then the rest of these will be in the field range.
I don't think that's the way it works.
Was Grot shield?
2, we can call 3, 4.
Yeah.
We can talk to a judge.
Hey, Judge! A positive for you?
Yeah, go ahead, thank you.
I know. I heard.
Oh gosh.
It's the same thing.
Yellow
with the
card.
cover. Say if I have 3 models outside of cover, and then file the rest in. As soon as I pull those models, they do get a cover save. They get a bonus to their save. So as soon as those models are removed,
It's the same weapon profile shooting at the same time, so I kind of disagree with that,
yeah,
but
it's,
we'll
not,
see.
it's not necessarily measured when it shoots. It's just measured when everything is within 9 inches. But
Judge!
we're gonna.
Adam, I bet you're happy you're not here.
Am I wrong?
Oh, I don't care.
Adam would just be like, "Shut up."
I
Now
wish
you gotta
would
remember,
send-
there's other people watching.
Shut up, here's your yellow card.
you could yellow
Custom
for
force
that
field.
because
I had some models
you're,
out.
what it does,
some
especially if
models
you're
in
the only
when he
person
shot.
there.
He shot. He killed
But
the
I,
models
yeah,
out.
I get
is
it.
the
It's
rule,
funny.
custom force
Okay.
I've
for
killed all
first
the
couple
models.
times, I need to stop.
Well,
field.
I've wounded all
I gotta answer real questions.
He was shooting at Orc Boy Squad.
with my
Asante
Reapers, right?
13,
4 were outside of
um,
custom force
The
fields.
question seems to be.
This
is the
order of
same weapon
operations for
profile, same weapon
removing
shot.
Grots as part of
As soon
Grot.
as I
After he
pulled those
failed
4.
4.
See, I'm looking up Grot shield right now.
Right, but it's the same weapon profile. It's not Grot Shield, it's
There's
custom
nothing
force
here
field.
about
They have to
Grot
be,
Shield.
the unit has to be wholly within.
Nobody checks FAQs, Danny.
And,
I'm checking right
When
now.
Do I know?
Yeah, so this is custom force field.
You don't have to tell me
Oh,
that.
I
now
believe
they're
it's the same
talking
thing
about
with
custom
cover.
force
You have some
field.
models out, some models in.
Oh,
You
okay,
pull the
FF,
models
yeah.
out first, you get a cover save on the rest of the saves.
Just gotta be 1 out of 6. So they say. Oh no, it's a wholly within 6, so
Yes.
it's not the old school badass way.
Well,
It's easy
the
change.
debate was the sequence
Do
was
you have anything
pulling
else
models
left
off.
to shoot?
When he initially pulled
I don't
models off,
think
they
so.
were outside of
Maybe.
that. As he whittled the
Oh,
unit
yeah,
down, they
range.
were within that.
Yes, that's
So-
correct.
That's you want to take advantage of it once he got there.
But that's correct. So once he removes the last model, it's like with cover. Once you remove that last model, you start because each shot is resolved separately. Technically, once he has a model inside,
These
once
are
the
the
unit is
saves.
wholly
I
within
failed-
the
already
6
failed
inches,
4 and
he
failed
can
no
use the
So
custom
4 died, I
force
pulled
field.
the 4
Okay,
5+.
cool. That sounds good.
over here.
Okay, so even though it's the same weapon profile that shot them, same squad, you can
I
pull
pulled it.
4 and then you start using.
Yeah, I pulled the 4 that were out, and now these are the guys that are in. So 5 up, 5.
Hey, Jason.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Every single one.
The two different.
Feel the pain. 6 up. So I gotta make 1. 1, 2, 3.
'Cause it all happens
6, 7, 8.
simultaneously.
He rolled it simultaneous. That's the
That's
problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 8 more die.
So,
If it was different
12 total,
weapons,
that should be the unit.
you,
Right?
you roll. Yeah.
They need to
5,
roll
6.
each one needs to roll separately depending on what he wants to happen.
7, 8. I'm going to send a CP to see if I can reroll one of those
Okay.
into a 6. Here we are. I do not roll into 6. I'm down a CP. So that was the whole unit.
And then we're gonna soul burst.
Nope, pause in time
Wow.
again.
You guys let him pause the time all the time.
Oops, I didn't do my
It's
fire and
fucking
fade like I
annoying.
said I was
Yeah,
gonna forget.
That's why I
So
do it.
I'm just gonna do that.
Because, see, he paused it, he flipped it over, but he doesn't know he paused it.
Yeah.
So you need to tell him to stop touching the fucking touching the clock, unless you're allowing that.
I would not allow my tournament.
You should talk to the TO
7.
because the time is still paused, and he's doing his
Okay,
turn.
and
The
then we'll
other
do
guy
our soul
doesn't
burst
know.
action.
No, this
Yep.
clock's not paused anymore.
Oh, okay.
And they're gonna
It's
advance
running
part of
now.
this, obviously.
22 inches.
So
Yeah,
we
good
get
old
this
fire and
guy
fade,
further.
GTFO.
That's not gonna help him if he gets the
Just come over here.
knobs down
Okay.
there, which he should.
I'm just gonna start wrapping around this guy, so we can get behind.
So he killed the unit.
Kill the unit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he's soul bursting now instead of when he was supposed to.
He's soul bursting back, apparently.
That won't get him away. I don't know if that will get him away from.
All right, it's my turn.
My turn. Okay.
So
Let's see.
I'm gonna get hold one, kill one.
Oh, one
What's
kill.
range on Ludus?
48.
I'm also getting. How many were in there?
He's
20.
hiding
Kill
from the
25.
Eagles as opposed to.
One
Exactly
Reaper.
25.
Trying to like triangle point something. Get in there.
I'll flip this over, but I'm gonna leave it there because I am gonna forget it again. I promise.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So Jason, they're allowing the players to pause the clock. if they want.
Are you within
Uh,
6 inches over
No,
here?
I'm
I don't
not.
know.
Okay.
I messed
So
it
you
up.
won't be able to.
I can
do,
definitely
no, I
touch base with the
intercept.
TO.
Okay.
Can
Intercept
you
is within
find out
6
just so it
inches.
stops triggering me, please?
Gotta
I
meet
was
this
like,
face.
I was like, Adam, it's okay.
Otherwise, I'll. No, it's not okay because if he does it when he's not looking,
Yeah, I can see
then
that
it's
being a
gonna
problem.
be- So
Okay.
I'll go get clarification for you because
if
I
he's
like
allowing
Adam.
it, if he allows it, that's fine. It just needs to be known. So if people don't see him keep on pausing the clock, it's kind of like, well, what the fuck? The rules say you can't do that. Only the judge can pause the clock, or the code of conduct. I shouldn't say the rules.
Looking at some stuff.
No, I'm not watching anymore. I'm just
Okay, well, go ahead and move it.
I'm just catching up on the
He's going
kingdom.
advance.
Oh
Here you go, 1.
God,
So
I
6
fell
inches.
asleep through that.
The first episode's slow. It gets
For my
really good
dice, you
after
can't
that.
touch
Okay,
that
so
anymore.
you're telling me to skip the first episode.
I'm pretty sure you'll need
More or
it.
less. You don't really need the first
Not gonna
episode.
lie.
Okay.
It's all. I mean, I
Space
enjoy
over
the
here.
court drama and stuff like that, but
Put these boys back.
I enjoy court drama, but if
We're
for
gonna
some
advance
reason
these
if
boys
I
right here?
fell asleep during it. The first
1.
episode, I haven't even bothered with this.
yeah, trust me. Once the zombie mayhem begins, it's pretty fucking enjoyable.
That's fine. We'll move up 6.
All right, so here we go. Orcs
Oh my god.
trying to make a counterattack.
He's
happen
gonna lay
here.
down there and take a little nap.
Hey, now take a little nap. All good.
Well,
So in terms of points, Yanari definitely got kill something, hold something on the
Right.
primary. Trying to remember his secondary.
I think you should treat the stream like wrestling. Maybe we should just both do a heel turn at the same time.
I
He's going
think he
to
got
advance.
one
Yeah.
for.
I'll take off my
for
shirt, jump across the table.
No. He has Reaper, so he's already like halfway there.
Yeah.
I put up the secondaries, guys, so we
Moving
can read
orcs,
them.
moving orcs, moving orcs.
They should be popping up any second here.
What is this witchcraft?
Yeah, we had to call a judge.
Butch is
Definitely got-
I don't know if
Did
he
he
got
kill
Butch
2
still.
units?
I think he only killed
Judge.
one.
No, he was the
But
judge.
Reaper,
Yeah.
Reaper, he's already on his way. So
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a given,
Boys are
full,
fine
almost like
there.
a given
Boys are
full
fine. We're
point
gonna advance these boys back here.
with orcs.
Headhunter, not
Go
yet. Oh,
1 inches.
Reaper is. I mean, that's its kind of job is kind of to, you know, if you're gonna bring a crap ton of models,
Really
you
do
know,
much this turn.
your opponent's gotta be able to score on you somehow.
Okay, that's
Although
fine.
watching this game,
Who's-
maybe
who's
I
time
should
is
buy
run
a
on?
boat.
There now is judge available.
I'm okay.
Maybe I should buy a boat.
I'm a,
Right.
Yeah.
Who,
No pause. Judge can pause it. I won't touch that. Okay.
whose time does it run on? Who's asking the question? Whose time does it run on? If he asks a question during my time, even if he's asking the question? Okay.
4 boss right here.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to, because I wasn't sure.
Alright, so
Yeah, that's fine.
the orc movement phase happens.
No. I was just curious, because I didn't know.
All right, Adam, we got your question answered, so there
I
will
can
be
hear
no
that.
more pausing of the clock. Adam, I want you to be the watcher of the clock.
Well, they both have to jump. I'm gonna make sure I'm within range.
We'll
The clock
pan the camera
watcher.
over just a little so we can watch.
It's gonna be 30.
so
I'll
we
get a
can
plus
see the
3.
clock.
Yep.
It's hard.
Good
It's
job.
not hard to miss when
On these
someone
knobs.
pauses it.
There you go. Now you can see the clock.
I mean, if it was allowed, that's fine. I wasn't sure
Okay.
if that was. allowed.
Right.
To be honest, I didn't know.
I feel like I'm gonna do a lot of other movements, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm not saying make him enforce the rule, but
Psychic phase?
If that
Right,
rule
yeah,
isn't,
yeah.
if
Okay.
that conduct rules.
I said, no, let's do the shooting phase right now.
The jump.
And he's the only one I've seen pausing it, not the orc.
I will
Which you think would be the other way around.
So, the jump is squad 10
Tom
minutes.
Van City, thanks for your
Build on the
follow.
bottom floor.
Every time you guys follow, Jason cringes and makes a noise, so I get some joy out of it.
We're gonna stay outside.
Yeah, I've seen that happen too,
Are
but
they
it usually
capable of
involves
staying
young
outside of
ladies.
it?
Let me see.
It doesn't look like they are. Maybe on one side they are.
Yeah, we're gonna stay outside.
I hate you, Adam. I should not have invited you here.
One side?
The front side.
Adam's a
Adam is
watcher.
most definitely a watcher.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess
Warrior.
you go on the top and the second floor.
And you
Second
know
floor
what?
is line of
Don't
sight,
kink
so
shame.
we're gonna be
Don't
on
kink
bottom.
shame.
Okay.
I just grabbed the Luda.
Hey, you know,
Let
we
people
got
do it.
we got a really good idea for yellow cards
That's
next year.
wishful thinking.
Every time a player receives a yellow card, they have to wear it as a badge for the rest of the tournament.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I'm
outside
not
of
buying
it,
more
we're
yellow
back
cards.
ready.
Yeah, that gets expensive.
Okay.
Can we just
Shooting
stick
phase?
post-it notes to their forehead?
We could. They're yellow.
You are on line of sight of some looters.
That'd
Like
actually
this
just be
line
kind of,
right
that'd
here.
make giving yellow
The Dark
cards even
Reapers?
more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Just take
Alright!
it right on
Yes.
the forehead and be like, there you go.
Bright
buddy."
Hammer 41,
So
thanks
those
for the
guys
follow,
will be
the
in
noise,
shoot.
and the Jason jump.
Everything else will go into as many as they can see into the bikes.
I like
Because
that.
I don't think. Yeah, as many as they can see into the bikes. Yeah, but feel pain, but there's nothing else for them to shoot.
He's getting the stratagem card out.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the bikes.
He's been thumbing through those for about 30 minutes.
We'll do lightning fast reaction
on the
Reapers.
I think that's
Okay.
something that people tend
Uh,
to forget
Mordaka
about
on them.
Eldari in general is
I'm gonna
just
spend 2 for more.
they have really good stratagems.
They have the best strats and the best psychic
Everything
powers
that can
in the
see
game.
into the Reapers and everything else
They
into
people
your
really
bikes.
focus on like, oh,
I've got line of
work,
sight on all but
whatever,
all but
blah
two.
blah blah units can do,
right
blah
here.
blah blah.
He has
It's
line of
like,
sight
yeah,
and
but
the
the
rest are line of
stratagem is
sight, so
just
he's gonna shoot way
really put that up to fucking 11.
So how many
It's
shots? Here we are. How many shots?
Alright!
So if you do play
Always
Eldar,
make
make
one
sure
reroll
you
that.
have CPs.
Into his 3.
AV Cole 0713, thanks for the follow.
So,
And Jason's spastic reaction.
like I said, these two can see pretty clearly. You can come over here. It's a lot easier to see over here, but yeah, I can see
I'm
your
taking
face
all the credit for
with,
the follows
Miss Luda
during
and
this
Miss
game.
Luda.
Yes.
Plus
Yeah.
4.
Receive a bill, invoice.
So 6
Oh, yeah.
shots.
Oh, watch
18
this. This will
shots.
be funny.
3, 4, 5, 6. 18 shots. Mordaka auto hitting on 5s, triggering 2 shots on
So
6s.
it looks like he's deciding where to shoot the
Here we
looters
are.
at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
I thought he could see the. I thought he said he could see the. Yeah, I think he's shooting at the shining
sixes.
spears.
If he can, that would be ideal.
That was a.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay.
Especially
You never
these big
underestimate a
guys.
Wave Serpent 2 late
Yeah, I
game
know.
just because Serpent Shield is real,
Wounds.
not to mention
Well, how many is that? 'Cause you get extra shots.
they're
I know, this is
durable,
extra, sorry,
they
this
can
is
get
extra
you
shots. I
they can
rolled
get you
extra shots
points, they can
after
get you
this.
board
This
presence.
is
Like
the number of hits. How
they
many
do a
extra
lot
shots
of
do I
good
get?
stuff. He didn't jump anything,
Reroll
did
one,
he?
So it looks like I'll add
No.
4
My
to this
God.
pile of hits.
Yep.
Add 4 to
Watching
that
an
pile
orc
of
player
hits.
not to
So
jump
9
is
to
always
13
like,
total.
what?
It should be all
Well,
good.
must be
18
missing
minus
something.
He
5 to
doesn't have
13 yet.
very many orcs left
Twos.
on the table
It's
right
like,
now. Or groups of orcs.
1, 2, 3,
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alright!
What's
Yes.
AP minus 1.
Lemur
Is it nine of
King
them?
23, is that one of you
10.
fellas?
Okay.
That's me.
Yes, good job.
Alright, multi 3 damage piece, right?
Damage piece, yeah.
So 4 gonna live. You're gonna kill 6.
Okay.
It's true,
Best loot
actually.
is
Thanks,
1,
Tom Van City. I do think that Aqua
3,
Blue
4, 5.
it shows up nicely on the stream. It's
5 at
especially
the
good
shiny
contrast
spears.
against the gray of the battle mat.
So if I
So I think that
before you
helps
do
with
that,
that color.
are you gonna be able to
palette.
draw line of sight to this guy
Oh,
from
shot
those
at
two
the
up
Dark
top? I don't
Reapers.
think so.
No.
Ooh.
Like I'm out of line
Out
of sight.
of line of sight.
Oh, he's trying
we are.
to.
This is in your shining spears that can see.
No, he did. Wow, yeah, he's
This
picking up
is
Dark
5
Reapers.
guys. Hitting on 5s, reroll 1s.
That's
That's gotta leave a mark.
yeah.
It's like,
Because I think he
Ah.
lost
go through.
6.
how many extra
Oof.
shots?
Very
So
much
he's
not
getting
as
how many
combat
shots?
effective.
1 extra shot. Add 1 to that pile. 3 wounds.
Yeah, but Matt still has another unit of shining
So it looks
spears
like
that
5
are
wounds,
He
3 up the wall, and
does,
you kill
that
him.
are
all the way in the
already there.
backfield.
I'm gonna flip it back to me just
But
because.
because they're Yunari,
You said how many? 5?
Yep.
3 ups.
they'll just soul
And then
burst
how
their
much damage?
happy ass all the
2
way
damage
back
piece.
2
over.
damage piece. So first one, fortune saves,
Yep.
loves it. Second one, kills one.
Dead, third one.
Third one, he's alive on 1 wound. So
Last
that
one.
No, there's one more after this.
So
This is the, this is the fifth one. So
okay, 3 die, 1 takes
3 die, 1's on a wolf.
Okay. And back up. And then 2 hit your Wave Serpent. I'm not going to take those shots. It's not worth it.
So second shot, I guess, was at the.
We'll go these 2 into your... Oh, no, sorry. I should have declared that. Do I care about double firing them?
Switch back to you.
Yep. Those are those guys back there in range of the
I mean, it
objective?
makes sense
Yes.
if you had the shot at the
Looks
if you had the
like
shot at
four over there.
the Dark Reapers
We're
to
gonna
take
spend
it.
2 double fire.
But I mean, he probably
And this
doesn't have
guy
line of
was
sight to
standing
them
here, so
anymore.
he
But
should
I'm
be
sure
in
he was
range.
hoping to
Yeah,
finish
you're
him
good.
off. It's not
Both
good
squads
to leave
are.
units
what are
partially
you
dead
shooting now?
because then he's not scoring them
shoot
for
again?
secondaries.
Shoot again.
Well, we'll see.
And
Or
we
on the
got
primary.
4 that can see
Well,
this
he'll
guy
probably
peeking
spend the
out.
2
Yep.
just to keep him
And the
because
rest
he's
are gonna
lost
shoot
6.
over there.
Hit.
Those
Although,
guys,
no,
except for 1,
he
can't
should
see.
like 8 or
So
9.
I already spent 2. I'm gonna shoot again.
So I mean, he could
1,
still, if he rolls poorly,
2,
he could.
3,
You know,
4.
He has 8 left, 8 command
squad
points
5,
left. So
squad 5
if
back line
he,
cover. Here we are.
it depends how much he thinks he'll need
Zero
them
ones.
late game. We could spend the 2 to save.
I think it's
Six
more about the
trigger
9
shots.
points, right? Because if you can
5.
stop him from getting a kill,
Zero ones.
right,
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Like I'll add
you
2 to
know,
that pile.
it's a
So those
2-point
twos
swing
lose.
because you stop him from getting a point and you get kill more,
It's
right?
like 5
So
and 4 wounds, 80 minus 1.
that's
And what
I
slice is it?
definitely would
This
probably
is that
spend
spot
2
right here.
CPs to get
Okay.
2
And
2
what's it?
match points.
80
Three-
minus 1.
3 damage though.
Well, that's why he should
2 damage
put more
each. Okay, I'm gonna
sharpish.
start on the X-Arc. He has 4 up. Good.
It's a minus 1.
Again, where are the fucking knobs?
He dies.
He dies.
If they're in deep strike, it's not
And
till
then 2
turn
more.
2.
You said 4, right?
4, yeah.
Okay. These are 5. So one more
Oh,
for
so
that.
I was
And then
the
the rest,
KFF
you mind
shot?
if I've got
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 4 shooting. I've got 10 shooting at these guys. You want me to roll that out?
Yeah, if you don't mind, please
Okay.
roll it out.
So he killed something. Or
do you
well, I
get?
can't. Oh no, that's the that's
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
yeah. You can have all the dice you want.
Dire Avengers. Because the building's in the way. I can't see what's behind the building.
So,
Not
how
gonna
many
lie.
died in the squad? 2?
Well, you can't see anyway.
Here we are.
Again.
I can only see
Shooting.
half the things because I only have one.
Real
good eye.
ones.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
this is what happens when you get into
5 and
brawls.
6s.
In case you didn't know, Adam is legally blind in one eye.
Hey.
I am not-
Thanks to
I am-
Barbara gone,
Over here.
gone
Not
wrong.
legally blind because I do not have unfortunately, I do not have the placard.
Okay, here we are.
I would gladly make that
Real
trade
ones.
considering the parking situation in Southern California.
And how many
This is
shots
true.
do I have in this pile? 1, 2, 3,
This is
4 extra
true.
shots.
Plus, I don't know.
Moon
I
on
think you could
twos.
pull off cartoonish supervillain second in
1,
command
so
with
it's
a
3,
patch.
6,
I
9,
told my
12,
wife I
13,
want to get
14,
one. She just makes a
pass it
face
for a
and
second.
shakes her head.
12, 13.
I guess you could do the
Alright,
modern thing where you just black
13
out
saves
one
and minus
with
1.
glasses.
Yeah, I've thought of that
We're in
too.
cover, right? The 8. So, we're gonna take Fort on the X-Arc first. Good.
2,
Good.
good. 3. Fail's dead, and then roll them all at the same time. You got
And Matt has a voice for
5
radio
saves.
and a face
We
too.
can left.
I don't-
Yeah, but we're in cover.
I haven't
Okay.
seen that guy's face yet, so I don't know. But I'm gonna probably just agree with you.
that'll do it. Okay. Oh, we should shot
Hey, we haven't done the mobile cam
This
yet.
guy in the open right there.
No, you
Oh
haven't.
no.
You guys want to see that?
How many number of shots?
Do we?
Looks like
can we
it's
say
5
no?
shots.
we have
What
a
is the
choice?
strength?
You do,
Yeah,
you
I'll-
do you, Jason. Whatever makes you happy.
All right, there we
Wow.
go. Killed something.
Thanks,
Those are
guys.
some dead ass.
Yeah, and that means unless he expands his,
With what though? He doesn't have a lot to
I-
start
I
zoning
know.
out.
he's gonna have to throw. He's gonna have to throw that wave serpent over there or something.
Yep.
It's like Aiden was clearing out some screening units for his deep strike next turn.
So now
that is
he
a smart play.
see what's alive though afterwards. See what he can jump
Yeah,
over.
yeah. 5, 3 is 8.
Maybe the knobs.
Well, the knobs will deep strike in turn 2. But I'm wondering if what will be left
Oh, and I
to
gotta
jump
take morale
if
over
he
here,
even
too.
took the jump.
I'll do on a 6.
Alright, morale
they
on the-
lost, what did they lose? They lost 6, so that's gonna be all.
And I don't care. So didn't do a whole lot of damage to the shining spears, but
No, he actually rolled for. Wow, that squad is gone. I think.
oh,
Why did he not spend the command points?
Wow.
I think he thought he'd be okay. Can we get the mobile cam? Did the warp spiders actually die?
Warp spiders. What are those? Nobody's
What
heard
the
of
fuck's a warp spider?
Dark Reapers? Yeah, let me go look. I gotta set it up.
I had a flashback to 7th edition. I'm sorry.
To say that's not a thing anymore.
11 total.
I don't know. There's always some Eldar hotness. I don't know. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever is the good Eldar unit at the moment. 'Cause no matter how the game changes, they'll always get one.
Yep.
I'll take it back.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
Yeah, see, he's moving the wave serpent.
These guys
Yeah, he
just
better.
see their move inside
That's
the
a
building.
big hole in his flank if he doesn't. I mean, even now, depending where that serpent goes, that's still not stopping.
Yeah.
Oh.
Up, looks like we're going to the
Where are
mobile
my
cam.
units over?
Well, try. It didn't work. Hold on. Let me try it one more
Oh,
time.
never mind. Jason
Either,
failed. Sorry, guys.
either that or my other eye just went out. So I'm kind of scared right now, guys. Oh,
All
there
right,
we
let me try it one more time.
Are you
There we
drinking
go.
Coke or something right now? Is that?
go.
No,
Oh,
I
that's-
drank a 6-pack of Coke.
Yeah, that's not
That's not it.
It's like, and now I can't feel my foot.
Yes.
Alright, so these guys are going to.
There we go.
advance.
This is pretty cool. So first off, want to point out there is a Batman over here.
There's a Batman.
Yep.
Wearing chainmail.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. There you go.
That's pretty
I
sweet.
thought when you said like a Batman,
No,
I
it's
mean,
spent the
I'm
one
just
on
saying
Warriors
that
of the Raging Wind.
using the indefinite
The Batman.
would, would suggest that there were more Batmen possibly around. When you say a Batman,
Well, we are at the Batcave.
There's
That's a-
both
you know, that's a
Matt
lot of
and
space.
Aiden. Say hi, Matt.
He doesn't want to talk to you right now, bro.
There's a lag.
No high for you.
Aiden maybe does.
My favorite isn't. He doesn't like me. He took me to a bad
There
Italian
you go.
restaurant.
Yep.
Hey, we were in Vegas, man. We had to do what you do in Vegas.
Dark Reapers.
Oh, let's see. Where else are we gonna go?
Dark Reapers are gone.
I don't know why he didn't just spend the 2 command points. It's bugging me now.
Kill this sort of
Now,
drop
now
over
this is bugging me. Time clock did first, now this.
It's always something bugging me, man. Maybe you should just like woo-saw that shit
here.
out.
Eldrad will
Yeah, you need to maybe do something for that blood pressure there, old man.
have full of brain.
I
No.
surprisingly do not have high blood pressure. My brother does, though.
Okay.
Don't tell my mom.
Let's
Hopefully she doesn't watch Twitch streams.
throw protect
She
on
does. She's
I
calling
know,
me.
right?
Those guys.
She's
Good.
calling my brother, not me.
He's right there. Then
Hi, John. Can you make me worry like this?
I know.
this
Carne de mi
25
carne, sangre de mi sangre. I spent 9 months making it. Perfect. Look what you do.
Good. We're not gonna do that. Guys are now. These guys are
Alright,
just gonna move
so-
back over here.
Yeah. Okay, that wasn't. I don't think that attack by
Run away.
Aiden by any stretch of the imagination. Took a little bit of a chunk out of some Shining Spears, and then definitely getting rid of the Dark Reapers.
Yeah.
Pretty much
No,
gives
no, no.
Aiden
We're just
the big advantage in the shooting game here,
We're just
right?
doing a
So
little-
at least he has one phase
little
right now
retreat.
where he knows
alright.
that's going to be, you know, a dominant phase for him. So we'll see how.
Ranger time.
It looks like Matt's getting a little tricksy. It's like he's trying to get cagey after taking a good hit like that.
He may be trying to protect. I don't know what he can protect right now. The other Shining Spears.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, there's
before
just
do
if you
that-
look at that corner, right where those
before I do that, I'm actually
craters
gonna
are. I
advance
mean, that's
this.
just such a huge hole that you can't. It doesn't have enough to block off unless he spreads out those spears, which is just asking them to get gunned down. So he's not in the best of position.
Now we'll bring it to Ranger.
Yeah, he's
in
measuring
that point, but at
the
least he's
9.
keeping, yeah,
Yeah, he's measuring the 9 for the characters at the very least. And
yeah, keeping them,
putting up his other sacrificial unit.
yeah. No, you gotta. Again, that's something important. It's just you have to have units you're okay with dying, unless you're playing a total VP denial game. You're just trying to never really give up any kind of easy kills. But
Yeah, because he put the other Ranger squad to screen for
One more
the
squad. Not forget about that.
Shining Spear unit.
Two Rangers coming in. They were already on board.
Yeah, so in the yeah, because the Ludus can still see the Rangers. I don't know if I waste shots on that though.
It depends if you really need to kill something this turn. I mean,
Good enough?
yeah, we should ask the players what they got in reserve. I don't think the Inari has anything.
No, the Yunari doesn't have anything as far as I know. Well, he could have. He just paid command points to reserve.
What was, oh yeah, you got your marker down. All right, psychic phase. We'll start over here.
Yep.
We're gonna cast Fortune.
Here we go, the psychic phase.
Fortune goes off in a
So
second.
then he either doesn't have
we are
anything
going
reserved, or he's
to
very confident
pass.
he'll be able to survive till turn
Think
3.
I'm in range.
Oh, he'll survive. He's not getting tabled or anything.
My range
Well,
goes down.
At least not
range
this
is-
turn.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, we're gonna doom them.
What is? Oh, Doom. Okay.
I don't think that matters.
Peril.
12. D3 mortal wounds. 3 on 2s. I ignore it though.
All good.
Good.
We ignore. They're doomed. They're doomed.
And then we're
Good
gonna
old
cast
doom.
protect onto this unit.
Okay.
Is that perils?
Yeah, he rolled.
I'm gonna
I
use command
think he
point,
rolled a
reroll.
double 6.
Yep.
Got a command point.
He's using the
Fortune and
GW
protected so far.
Crappy
right?
dice along with regular
6 command
dice
points
or other type of dice.
I have
He
it
rolled
at 7, but okay.
the 6 symbol for the
You
GW
Oh,
die
yeah.
add 7
and
opponent
the other
for
symbol,
roll.
or the double ones or something.
And then we're gonna cast Ancestors Grace on it.
All right, down to 6 CPs.
That goes off on
It's-
8.
Does she have a +1?
Huh? Yeah, with the cat.
The cat lady has +1.
Yeah,
base?
but Ancestors
And we
Grace
get the
for me is only
update on the
5 or
score.
6.
Aiden
Ancestors
is
Grace
up a
is
healthy
that- oh,
6,
reroll
and that
ones,
is
never
a
mind.
3.
I thought that was
Word of the Phoenix is 1, that's 8.
You're good.
That includes sacrifice.
And then he's gonna cast.
Should, yeah. Well, there's no way to score
quicken
more than
on them.
4 or 5 points
Let's
off
see
the
what happens.
primaries
Goes off on an 8.
around, so.
Let's
I'm not
Yeah.
good at
Yeah,
math,
you-
Danny. I'm not a math
I
major.
know.
It does include secondaries.
Thank you, Jason.
So this is unit 25.
25, 20, 10, 10. Yeah.
Or I can just come out here. Gives you 1 second. Kind of get an idea of where I can go. I don't think so. And it's these guys straight
These guys
back.
swing back
Only
to
got
the
real
kill
bottom
thing.
line.
Yeah.
Oh, they swing all the way back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, back.
You know, I was gonna be like, oh crap, I dropped.
We don't worry about that then.
All right. Here we're doing. Both these gentlemen have pretty much full heads of hair, which is
Making it about
important.
there.
My hair is fucking glorious.
But he'll make it wherever he wants to go.
I shaved my head, so I don't have to worry about it.
We're still in the rest.
My hair used to be glorious.
There's
Now
no
I
real
think
point to be
age,
doing that unit as it turns out.
children, and life.
It's all right.
Dude, I've
Probably
got
the alcoholism are taking its toll.
Oh my god.
I've got 2 grown daughters and a grandkid, and barely a gray hair on my head.
Jesus Christ. So are you just high all the time, or?
I don't know. That's after 20 years in law enforcement.
Their fortune.
So
Their fortune and protected, is that right?
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
just kind of
as far as
freakish.
that,
Fortune and protected.
I think whiskey helps.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
just
thanks. Okay.
so hardcore drinking habits, right?
On to the.
That and cigars, you know, all the healthy shit.
You know that helps. Yeah, you know.
Winston Churchill said, "Never trust a man without a redeeming
We'll guide
vice."
them.
Yeah, exactly.
See what happens.
I
Goes
know.
off on a 10.
Go up. Yep.
And then she'll try Ward of the Phoenix on him.
Yeah, my hair is going
Goes off on
gray
11.
and it's
All right.
thinning.
Oh,
And it pisses me off because I was the only man in
don't
my family to
disrupt
keep
this,
his
or
hair
just hang
past
it out?
30, and now I'm like, God damn it.
okay.
I gotta get some Rogaine and shit.
Alright, so they'll just take shots into those doomed orcs.
You just be like Adam
Just
and
gonna hit on
shave it off.
Re-rolling ones.
Nah, I don't got the head for that. I think I just look like a fucking egg.
And
we'll do
Yeah,
a
because you're an
forward
egghead.
reroll.
It matches
Yeah.
perfect.
Like,
Oh well.
Hey, 1 mortal wound and then.
I'm
For those of
sorry,
you
Adam.
that don't know, Danny, or excuse, yeah, Danny is a professor at the local college.
4 normal.
Community college, yeah.
Okay. 6 up in one.
What do you teach?
And then 6 up in one.
English composition, so I teach people how to write goods. You know.
4 dice total.
Just
That's why-
please help the world understand the difference between your and your.
You know, I literally, that's the very, one of my classes, that's the very first lecture is, hi guys, this is how to actually write correctly
Okay.
with these.
So you don't take papers with U and R put together as a substitute? Is that it?
I'm
get
assuming
them
you
all
get
the
those.
time. Oh yeah, I get emojis now. That's why I know I start getting old, because like the text speech, like I grew up with like, you know, the birth of all of that crap, but like now I literally look at grade essays and like someone puts in a goddamn emoji and I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, if this helps you get some faith in humanity, I raised 2 children that know the difference. So,
You know, that helps a lot, because trust me, I don't see those kids often. Good enough someone's doing the Lord's work out there.
yeah.
2 lances and reins here. Good. So I'm just going to do the 2 lances over here first.
Yep, it's
2 hits.
Yep.
it's impressive.
3, 2, 1, 6 of Finmon. 2 die. Okay.
Danny's
So
the
do we ever
person
get hands?
And then
No,
we're
I
just gonna
said
roll this.
Danny's the person I go to
Well,
when
let me
I
do the
need to
5.
better explain something that's written by GW.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think I permanently pissed GW staff writers off when, long time ago, when we were helping out with the
Forge
with
World
the
FAQ.
thing that, which they never really used, which is probably the most annoying part. But I you know, sent in as like a thing of like why something they wrote was problematic, and I gave them the full sentence diagram of it, like the actual exploded diagram, and I think that just really annoyed them. I'm like, this is why this doesn't make sense, guys.
Is it like checking your girlfriend's breakup letter for grammar and wondering why she got pissed off at you?
I've never done that, mostly because I've never been broken up via letter, but I definitely have in the, I will admit pettiness in arguments, be like, don't end sentences and prepositions.
Which I do all the time. So, who's... Lots of dice being rolled from the other Shining Spears.
Yeah, well, he's got to leverage them, right? Like, we think about just total threat in this list, he's got 2 big hitters left. So if they're not doing something, he's just spinning his wheels and he's down on points, at least, you know, at the start of the top of 2. So that's not so good.
You know, and Aiden's secondaries really help him out. That ground control, because he's got so many units on the board, is like an auto 4 points. If he gets to turn 4.
I mean, yeah, if he keeps them alive. That's the thing is, you know, he has a lot of little units that can spread out and get them, but he's also pretty, you know, cloistered up in his kind of corner, right? Like, it's going to depend on what he has in reserves and where they come down to be able to go and start getting those other objectives.
We're hoping it's a whole bunch of knobs.
Yeah, I know. We want to see this knob thing work more than anything else.
We're like,
I just want
Reese,
to see it work.
we got the knob bomb.
I know.
We just got a thumbs up from Aiden.
So apparently that's what it is. I mean, it's definitely outside of the box. I think most people expect the 25 Ludas, and don't know how much the extra 10 would have helped him, but I don't know. Definitely probably would have picked up this Shining Spear squad for sure with that extra 10, but it might have been wasted. You know, that's also wasting shots on those. Or actually, no, might have also picked up the damn warp spiders. For those.
What the fuck's a warp spider?
Yeah, Danny.
Warp spiders. Yeah, I'm in 7th. Sorry, I'm in Dark Reapers.
Keep talking about me being old.
I know. Well, I've been playing this game for too long. There's too many additions in my head of just bullshit Eldar I've had to deal with. I look at that Wave Serpent and be like, wait, is it Falcon? Are we in 4th? What's going on?
Man, that's a Wayback Machine there.
You can only hit it on 6s.
Yeah. It's like, are all trading hits going down to glancing? I don't understand what's going on.
How many whole points does that have left?
Yeah. And if you're like, what the hell are these guys talking about, then you should be thankful.
Yes. Yes, you should.
I always hate people when they come up and they'll be like, you know, I'm just saying, back in the day it was so much better. I'm like, really, guy? Because I guess we have very different recollections of this game.
Correct. It was...
Depends what army you played, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss 3.5 Chaos for sure, but...
I certainly do.
I think there's always a certain amount of nostalgia attached to those opinions as opposed to, you know, actual facts.
Yep.
Well, 3.5 was a real thing.
Yeah.
Well, 3.5, that codex was legit. I mean, I love the 4th edition Tyranid codex because Monster Mash was actually viable, and all my Dokavexes and everything else.
I don't miss going to a 7th edition tournament and every other table being a Tau Riptide Wing with scat bites.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably the best thing about seeing GW come to LVO for the very first time. That was, I think, the last 7th edition one. No, maybe it was. No, it wasn't. It was still in the middle of 7th. 8th, 8th was just a whisper. But they came in, and the look on their face when they realized how many armies had the triple Riptide, and just of what it could do, and they just realized, like, oh my god, I've made a terrible mistake. I don't think they'd ever actually seen how terrible it was in person. So I'm sure they're all like, oh, well, no, do this, that breaks the spirit of the game. Of course the Tau wouldn't just ally and like this with the Eldar.
Well, they could and they did, because I even had back in 6th, I had my Orc boys with 3 Eldar Wave Serpents and Swooping Hawks, and my Orcs had Stompa, so Stompa and Wave Serpents.
Oh, the Stompa! I wish it was good.
I've got one sitting on the shelf myself.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo Dizzle, you can pick up tickets at ironhalo.org. Click on 40K tickets, or if you compete in GT in the Midwest, win that tournament, and you could possibly get a ticket from the Iron Halo to the Iron Halo. And I'm losing my mind.
The Iron Halo, the premier event in Oklahoma, and probably most of the Midwest.
I think the monkey's a contender.
Yeah, it's
True.
good.
I've heard nothing but good thing about Flying Monkeys. I've always wanted to go up there.
Hey,
I
come
want
out.
one as a pet.
www.flyingmonkeycon.com.
That involves me going to Kansas.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Kansas. You want to go to Oklahoma.
I've been through Oklahoma. It's the best side of Oklahoma because I was going through it.
It's red dirt, meth, and toothless people.
We have that in the Inland Empire out here. So.
Yeah, we call that the Inland Empire. If y'all ever come visit, we'll take you out there if you get homesick. Don't worry about it.
You know, the first time Pablo came out to Bartlesville, when he got to the venue, he told me that he saw 2 people with no teeth. Looks like a couple that were fighting with each other, and they literally had looked like they just gotten out of the trailer park, and like in the middle of them fighting, they started throwing rocks at each other. And I said, "Hey Pablo, welcome to Oklahoma."
Sounds
A
like
little bit
San
of local
Bernardino.
flavor. Yeah, I was gonna say. Just sounds like the IE.
Yeah.
909, baby. I'll just put it this way. If you're like, where is this place? It's the environment that birthed Ronda Rousey. So.
Bonzi22, thanks for the follow. And Jason having a mild seizure.
He has those all the time. Just don't let him swallow his tongue. It's fine.
It's a leather strap in the mouth. He's good to go.
All right, there we go. Just let him do his thing. Give him a glass of what's up, and we'll be fine. Move on.
This might make you laugh. Jason gets frustrated with me with the Yor and the Yor thing. We have a Midwest TO group that we all post in, and Jason will put stuff in there, and I always asterisk and put the proper Yor for him, and he says bad words at me. It's a hobby of mine.
Why do you make fun of me in front of my friends?
At least I do it in front of your face. I could do it behind your back.
Again, only a true friend stabs you in the front, man. Remember?
Yeah, it's like I'm right here in the flesh.
Yeah.
But I did get another butcher's bill.
Alright, so it looks like there's a lot.
Reaper,
So
yeah.
the-
Something else was killed, so he soul burst right in the front where he's easy to shoot at. So I'm
I don't
assuming
think
he's
he
using
had a lot of
fire and
room
fade.
somewhere else.
Well, he can still use fire and fade. Can't you, or is it only shooting? It's only shooting now.
They're fortunate
You have to use it
for
immediately after the unit shoots.
Oh, boo.
So you can't wait till the end of the phase.
So that unit's dead. Or should be.
Yeah, most likely. I think those Ludas gonna feel good about life real quick.
I actually
Gonna feel useful.
well,
I killed 25 the last turn.
So I'm saying if you ever end up in the horrible world
10,
that is the
yeah.
Grimdark, you
That's
probably want to be
15
an orc. 'Cause
plus
they seem like
9.
they just enjoy their life a lot more than everybody
Yeah.
else.
yeah,
It's
you
a lot
killed,
shorter.
It's a stress-free
killed, boys out of
existence
this
for the
squad.
Grimdark.
I killed like
12.
6.
You killed
Yeah.
12.
12?
You know,
Yeah.
like, or is that or Nurgle, right? Like, because at
so
least
then
Nurgle,
They
yeah,
need
you're
morale.
disgusted,
'Cause
but
there's
you
not
like
near,
that.
near leadership
And
15.
you know, Papa Nurgle's a homie.
Deciding
He,
if I wanna
you
do
know,
something,
Grandfather
but-
Nurgle loves you, right? Like he's always laughing, joking. You got
Well, these
Nurglings,
guys
like
are
you know,
there. Yeah,
being
we're
little
gonna take-
scamps, and
They lost 12 guys.
you know, it's a relatively, you know, all
13.
positive vibes.
I can choose to either use
I think
the
I'd go
number
with
models
Chaos.
unit, their own leadership,
At the
or
at the
number
even
models
even
unit
the
techniques with the
prospect of
I'm gonna choose
possibly
to use their own
being
leadership
immortal.
7. So
It gives you a goal to reach for, I
They
guess.
are-
Goals are important in life.
they lost 12. So it's 5 plus d6. 5 plus 2. So
All right.
That's gonna get me my third.
So we're rolling
my third
dice. Why are we
Reaper
rolling
fairly
dice?
all good.
I don't know. He's
Yeah.
holding it. I mean,
But
it
they're
seems
still
important.
alive. That is important.
It's
Go-
a low number.
I think
Uh,
that was
morale.
morale.
what's important about that is that now they're under half
So
strength. They weren't under half strength
You
before.
whole unit get picked up, or then any survivors?
No,
So I
just
can
just part of it.
bring them back in
Yeah, okay.
within 6 inches of board edge.
But it gives them more for Reaper. I think that might be what he's keeping track of.
Well, yeah. I mean, you
But
gotta.
yeah, I think that's.
I would
what
just
I'm
mark
gonna
all 4 boxes because you're just gonna.
Yeah, I know, right? Just start.
I
do.
know
We're
why
doing
you're
the
about
phase,
four.
though.
Yeah, I'm
First
starting
of
out
all,
with
we're
4
going
points.
to.
That's what I used to do with my knights when I played knights all the time. I just
Gonna move
assumed
in.
they're getting like big game hunter. I just max out on
These
Titan
boys are gonna
Slayer.
move up.
Slayer, yeah, exactly.
Move up.
Like, look, you start with
they're
4
gonna
points
advance.
and
They
Titan
advance
Slayer. Let's
target
go.
War Boss.
Yeah,
They advance 7.
we'll just subtract if something happens. Something good happens to me.
I was gonna say I've definitely played games. I
Move
did
these guys up back behind.
Titan Hunter or Titan Slayers with my Nid because the bugs don't like the big boys.
I'm gonna leave enough space for my War Boss to get through. He's gonna advance. He goes 16 inches, some ridiculous amount. I'm gonna go punch these guys in the face. 16 inches up here, right here. And he's gonna allow them to advance and charge. The knobs are gonna pop out.
All right.
They go 5
Those
inches.
spaghettios.
Yes, Raging Bagel 115. Thank you for the follow.
That is a badass handle.
That
Raging
is.
Bagel.
You made Jason's bagel tighten up with the following noise there.
Pop out here. Pop out such. And then these guys will pop 5 inches back here. One, I don't think.
If you guys are appreciating the expert,
you won't be able to
well thought
move
out
back, so you won't be
commentary
able to
this
move.
evening,
He's gonna go right
go
here.
check out TFG Radio. That's where
these guys are gonna
the
advance.
other guys
We're
are
gonna
from,
go
and then I am from
8
the
inches.
Flying Monkeys
Yeah,
Wargaming
be nice, thank you.
podcast.
Both excellent resources
Gonna
to
go 8 inches.
expand your
Fire
vocabulary,
within range of the objective.
your
Maybe 12 inches away, they're not.
Expand
sense of
something.
pride
Not-
in the hobby.
Not lying.
I
And
do
you
want to
like
point
your
out.
penis size, but I can't promise that.
These rocks
legally.
gonna advance. We're gonna go.
I do want to point out that he did move his War Boss on bike.
Ooh.
Ooh, right there next
Yeah,
to the
I
Shining
Go
Spears.
try and get some love. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Unfortunately,
get some
the
love.
Yeah, they're gonna.
yeah, I think man, we'll see where he puts those
and they
rockets.
keep coherency.
Although I think the game might actually be,
We'll add one
unless
more
there's
there.
like really poor die rolling on the orc player's part, I think the game might be. I think we're seeing the end
Not
game
range
at this
that
point.
effective.
No way. Turn 2 already?
And these are
Yeah.
continuing up, moving up, moving up.
Yeah, because you have the Luda shooting the
Okay, make
shining
sure
spears on the
good.
left, possibly the.
Oh, we've got some psychers.
I don't know
We're
how
gonna
good the
move
rockets
against
would
him.
be against the shiny
He goes 6
shiny
inches,
spear
so we'll
unit
give
on
me
the
range
right.
of I will sacrifice
Rockets
him.
aren't bad just because
Goes
they're
11
what
inches.
D3 damage.
And
So
he's in range
you're
to smite,
you know
closest
if,
to be
on average dice you're popping
You want to
a
kill him.
base per for
Blue is
successful
to jump and yellow is to
kill
jump.
or for successful
We're gonna
wound.
advance
So
this.
you
But
know.
more importantly, because the range is 24, you
advance
can
him.
put them in a spot
Gonna go
where
1 inch, 7
even
inch
if that Shining Spear unit wipes out
Spit through right there.
the Orc unit in
Comes
close
out.
combat,
He
he
is
won't get
in
far
range
enough
to
away.
jump
I don't
these guys.
believe. I'm not
He'll
100%
get a,
sure
we'll see what he'll
because
get. What
I'm not
plus
good
he'll
at
get in a minute.
measuring while looking at a table on unit stream.
Um,
He may not be able to get back to hide from the Ludas in the following turn.
Yeah, the rockets are 3 damage each, so they just each one that sneaks through pops the
yeah, I don't
pops a
think he can do
shining spear.
anything. Shock Tacton's gonna stay there. All right, we're
Yeah,
going
so
to.
if he pops the strat that's +1 to hit or +1 to this extra hit, essentially.
if you-
This guy still, he's gonna
Yeah,
move
it depends. I mean, you can only
back here. Move in advance.
more
He's
docked
gonna
on
move
one
plus-
of the units,
well,
so
he's gonna roll
either
it
you
out.
either
He goes
or use
8
it
inches,
on
he's gonna
the,
move into the building. Just
Well,
through the middle.
if those units on
there.
the left are going into that unit,
yeah, it probably makes sense to just use
Okay.
the resources on the other
We're
side.
going to
Take collapse both
tide,
flanks,
we're
and
gonna
it's kind of
end the screen
game.
tide, 3 CP.
no,
These
the Wave Serpent's
20
going to pull that out. The Wave Serpent's the key.
24,
I already
25
know.
boys. They're gonna go over here.
Sure.
Wave Serpent's gonna get into melee, fucking wreck shit. It has stomp, right?
Old
It's,
school
It's
style.
gonna be 9 inches away.
Seventh
from
edition
the
style.
spears.
His
Oh,
fan
yeah.
fiction's out of
Within 6
control.
inches of the table.
I don't know. I was like, well, I thought they had it off. Well, Jervis Johnson this.
Okay, for those of you guys watching, we got the Ludas right over. Uh-oh.
9 inches away, boss up.
I gotta change my
Craters are
size.
They're,
they did not. Do we? Hey, do we define? Are those craters or are they
they're
just
craters. They're the rule.
Do we define them?
They're craters.
Okay.
Craters are craters.
No, but
Did you discuss it with your opponent?
No, we didn't
Then I'm gonna
discuss
say
it.
they're craters.
okay, that's fine.
Craters are
Stay
craters.
I'm gonna stay
They're
out of
really
those
weak.
craters and still be within 9.
I had to ask, did you define it with your opponent? If the answer is no, then that is my answer.
-2 to charge.
They are what they are.
So
Alright, so Ludas are right here. Warboss on bike is right here. Did the knobs come in? Oh, I think they are.
Yeah, so I can stay out of that.
Oh,
And still-
here come the knob.
Still
They going in that corner?
Looks like it.
Oh, you got a telestrator and everything. Jeez.
charge.
There we go.
Jason is using his John Madden skills.
It's over here.
Now, the guy who scores the most points is going to win this game.
That is true in this case also.
So, but him putting in craters, I believe it's a -1 to charge.
-2.
-2. Yeah.
Okay. 9 inches away, you're gonna stay out of the craters. I'm gonna.
And thankfully,
charge
those
around
rockets
crater,
aren't one use
so
only.
I don't have to go through.
Yeah.
So no -2. Other psychic phase, we're gonna smite.
See, I think he can almost put it on the crater to the left.
That's an
and
11.
He'll still see line of sight
Let me see if he gets
to
that +1,
the,
because that'll kill him. Well, no, it won't kill him. It'll paralyze.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, 3.
and they're farther
4,
away,
5,
so he'd be
6,
further out.
4,
Although
5,
he could
6, 7,
soldier
8,
back behind
9.
them.
He's not gonna
I
plus.
guess.
Actually,
He's gonna get +1.
Yeah, I
He's
think
gonna get
I think
+1
he's
because
just
it's
put the
9-10 over
dogs
here.
too close.
so he gets +1. He perils D3
Oh,
mortals.
he moved him out of the craters.
Takes 2 mortals, and then he does a D6.
Well, if they go
mortals
through the
onto
craters,
shiny-
still.
shiny
No,
craters.
they have to be wholly
That's
within. I
fine.
don't know. Nobody ever
You're
uses
going
craters. I don't know why those are on the field.
It's because I'm a sadist, and I said craters are craters.
No, that's fine. I'm not debating that. It's just the fact that they're there.
And
But
we
I
will.
think for our tournament, we're going to have to use
This
craters
unit
also.
over
so
here. He's gonna
can't
get
complain too
a
much.
Better
Actually,
learn those rules then.
like plus 15, 16, plus 8. He's gonna +2. He's gonna get a +2. The jump, which means he needs a 5. It goes off on a 5. The jumping. these
So
boys
they
here.
are at turn 2 with an hour 30 left in
They're
their
going to
game.
jump over to the other
So,
shining
we're-
spears.
they're making good
So I'm gonna
progress.
try with
Bottom
a
two.
double
Yeah,
9-inch charge.
that's fine. The next
is
turns
over.
will go much faster. And the jump.
9 inches will be right
Are
here.
those rockets?
And they are 9 and a little bit over to them. So
I know. I don't think that Warboss can take out
9, yep.
all of
He
those
has some space,
shining
so he
spears.
does have charge to craters.
With some
So basically, 2
Ludas
boy squads run 9
whittling
inch
them
charges.
down, most likely he can.
They die, but if they get to the spears, that'd be.
He needs to
good
put
for me.
those guys farther away.
I don't know.
Unless he's going to charge them into, or unless he's going to try to charge
Yeah,
them
I spent
into
3, so
the
down to 7. That's
shining
that.
spears. but
Into the shooting phase.
Should just shoot him from far away.
He doesn't have any cult of speed,
target
right? Or speed
into
freaks.
the
So
Flying
No,
Spears,
but he still gets to reroll the charge. But I
you
wouldn't
want
charge
to
him.
yeah, that's still
spend,
not
like a minus
like
one
yeah,
hit?
nines or
Not yet.
All he
Okay.
has to do is pull the
Number
closest
of
ones
shots
away, and now he has like a 12-inch
is 11.
charge.
right.
Strength is
I would put them literally as
Strength
far
is
in
eight.
that corner as possible and try to bait them into trying to kill
11 shots. Strength 8.
those orcs. Because if he
Three on
does that, then they're
So
open to
I'll
be
reroll
shot
one
at by
of
the
these
Ludas in
vessels.
the next turn. Like I said,
5s and 6s.
What do I know?
Trigger.
I just judge
six.
events.
Trigger extra shots. And then use more DACA. 3 extra shots.
I don't,
He just
I don't,
judge
You
in
are using
general.
more doctors?
I don't
No,
see.
6
True,
extra shots.
but
I had 3 6s, and I converted 2 of those. This many hits. Choose the wound. I can reroll one of these.
Dice
I don't-
being rolled here.
I'll reroll one of these because that's gold. Okay, they all wound.
did he
3,
do the jump?
6,
Yeah,
he-
7, 8.
So it looks like he's shooting the rockets?
6 damage apiece.
Oh, he's shooting the rockets right now, and he got
Yep.
2 extra
Yep.
hits,
2. Okay, first one.
and he gets to roll 1
His
because
damage
of death
5.
skull. Yes.
5 kill no pains on that guy. Good.
Death
Next
Skull's
one.
coming through for the win.
Damage 1. I'm gonna use a reroll on that one. It's damage 6. Let's kill him.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, that must have actually
we'll see what
been
this
the
off-
shock
Dude,
attack. gun.
I got faith.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because it's like they don't do 5 wounds. They don't do D6 wounds.
Now I'm probably gonna shoot at them. We're gonna do more
Now,
DACA.
now we'll do lightning fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more
Damn it,
DACA.
Jason.
Down to 5.
Stop feeding us. You're the stats guy. You're a statistician. You should be giving us the correct
So they
info.
will shoot
I'm,
at
I've been going on
them.
4 hours of sleep. I am worthless right
They've
now.
got
All I can
HP.
do,
I'm gonna
Jeez,
target
oh,
your-
That's
your
a paradise.
guys.
all I can
Yeah,
do
I
is
know.
this. All I can do is move this camera really nice, and that's
So
about it.
6 are in range of 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are in range of 18. I'm gonna target there, and everything else will go in here. So they each have
4 hours of sleep is
custom shoot on the
above
combi
average
rocket.
for
Custom
Danny and
shoots
I
4
usually.
shots. Combi rocket is I can shoot both.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
2 shots.
Oh, yeah,
strength
so-
four,
and-
so
and I'm
6 shots total.
older than
strength
you.
4.
That's all the army said you needed was 4 hours.
So all the missiles are gonna go here.
Alright.
Hey, you guys in chat, how many hours of sleep do you get?
And
I don't
6, yeah,
the hard hitting issues.
Yeah,
I know, right?
6.
Investigative
9, 10.
journalism at its
10
best.
missiles there first.
I mean, I like it that we had Scarion that was super, like, tactics oriented. Brian did a really great job. Scari's going to be back on final round, round 5. And then we had the Down Under Network, which accidentally muted us for the shoutcasters here, so they just kind of took the show, which was fine with us because we needed a break. And then we got
Accidentally.
Yes, accidentally.
and then now we have the LVO judges, which just keep making fun of me. I mean, I just don't appreciate it.
Because you're the fresh fish.
6
That's
are
all.
in range. That means we are at
Hey,
our
technically,
spears.
Mitch is the fresh fish.
He is the
at.
freshest. If he was here, we'd be harping on him.
Oh.
Three shooting at the
All right, I have
spears
to
are
invite Nick,
strength
Mitch
4,
to this next time.
5 to 6 trigger shots. Real ones.
And see, and since Adam and I have been the longest, no one gets to harp on us.
Because now when
No.
you reroll that with the 6, you get another shot.
Yes.
for
Yeah.
I think Bodz22 had the best response
Okay,
to
that
your
many
question.
extra shots because I have more DACA.
Man, don't let your mom joke in the chat. It's my spirit animal.
1, 2 extra
Shots
That's
fired.
Just going classics, man. Just going classics.
4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wounds.
I heard the words more DACA.
What's AP?
8 dash.
Uh-oh.
You
And
got
then 5 up.
two. I'm gonna use how much damage?
190.
Question is from who?
I'll use command point and
From the orc player.
Well, I meant,
I would feel that thing.
is it the
Oh.
this mystery knob squad or?
No, I think it's the mystery. They're right there, and he jumped that other unit right there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he'll try the double charge more or less.
This is all the shots. I've got like 80 shots hitting on 5s, triggering extra. Do you want me to roll it out, or I can do a dice tap on
Oh,
all
on
these
these
guys?
guys?
I've got like 6 times 6
So
is
now
yeah.
those shining spears are
Okay.
at a
I appreciate it.
wreckable size for the orc war boss.
Good call, Adam.
We're gonna do that all again. Everything at these guys. So
Cutting edge.
spending
Cutting edge.
Oh, he
PCP
just decided
down
to
to
pick up.
pyramid.
He
We're
did.
gonna do
Yeah,
9 shots.
just to nuke the
Well, he said I think 80 shots, so
9
Yeah.
shots, roll ones.
because orcs.
80 would be most that unit's pumping out is
This is
45.
the extra shots.
Whatever. I just throw numbers
convert
out
two of
there.
them, so add
They
to
don't have
that
to mean
pile.
anything. They mean whatever.
2s.
I don't know which
Five
unit it
crews,
was from though.
eight.
Good.
Good.
It's mentioned a
I
lot.
just
And
looted.
then
No, I
dice
don't think
app
it's the
is,
Ludas.
it's,
Or,
I don't know what
Why
else
would you?
units pumping out that many shots.
Unless
Four
unless
dice
the
again.
Shining
9
Spear
times
unit
6.
was out of line of sight after he pulled
So
all those other
54
mobs.
dice.
Maybe.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh, he has a picture of a dog. For his screen
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Dog right here.
It's a cute dog.
A 5.
Hopefully the chat likes
Number
dogs.
attacks.
Yeah, and his password is
18 hits. Reroll ones.
Yeah, my phone's a scary place.
It is
If
not.
you ever find me in an accident, go through it
Hey
once and then
Jason,
smash
any
it.
dice apps? This is Warhammer
Yeah.
40k Dice Companion.
everyone's got to have that.
He's
Everyone's got
curious
to have
wants-
that friend who's willing to
he's
come
curious
over
if
and
I have
delete
to
their
use the Games
hard drive
Workshop
when they die.
dice app.
No one needs to know.
We rolled 10 dice, 23 hits so far. Any dice app? This is Warhammer 40k
I mean,
Dice Companion.
break and resale the Games Workshop app.
They're dice app and something.
Yeah, but the
so I
problem
got
is,
23
I don't
hits.
think that's the GW one. So
I'm
I
gonna
think that's what he's
just
asking.
grab 23 dice, 2, 6, 9.
Technically, you can say no to any dice app unless it's the GW dice.
Yeah, you can. 23 hits. How many extra shots? Reroll ones.
I'm just gonna be the one to feel like
22.
Matt just needs to just accept what's happening.
Yeah.
Add 1, 2, add an 8 to that
Don't
file.
fight. Shh, don't fight.
Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
He just rolled the hits. He's rolling all the wounds separately, so
Okay,
Yeah.
take it all
I mean that's fair.
back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Freeze.
I mean we're getting to a point where the TOs are probably gonna have to supply like
3, 6, 9.
dice apps for every table
Roll
eventually.
these dice. Roll these dice. There you go.
That's like
Yeah.
a lot of money, Reese.
Baby dash.
80 dash. 2 up, 6, 2 up, 5 up.
Or just put one in BCP
Yeah.
with the chest clock.
Yeah.
Here's your standard issue dice app, your standard issue chest clock.
Looters next.
For premium
Gonna do
subscribers,
looters next.
Yes.
for $5.
You can see up here 6 looters over there, plus the rest are going to go into these Avengers over here. Actually, only
So 3
you can
left.
see 1, 2 up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Man, there's some mom chat going back and forth. It does my heart proud here.
Here we are.
Minus 1 to hit, minus 1 to hit.
Guardian minus 1 hit base.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So I rolled 2.
So there's what,
so
3 shining? All
Here
right.
we are.
There's 3 shiny spears left on that squad on the left.
4, 5.
And he hasn't even started on the
6
squad
guys
right
in
yet.
your,
Yeah.
into your shining spears. There we are.
The squad on the right, still at full strength, isn't it?
No, he lost
No.
4. He lost 3 or 4 in the
4 hits
first,
so
the
far.
last
Okay.
turn.
Shots.
I want to say the first turn, but we're still only on turn 2.
Bruise wound. About that. It's like
On a turn.
3 wounds.
Man, this
minus
game's
1.
been exhausting. We're not even playing.
So 2.
No,
Oh,
no.
another turn.
And then,
On
how
that
much
guy-
damage? 2 damage? 1
Yeah,
damage?
2 damage each. Second one.
One's
Look at
loud.
that clutch camera work by Jason.
Yeah, look at it.
And again, I'm doing what God has called me to do.
And then
Camera work.
5 over here.
Yeah, looks like I see 5 shining spears there.
2, 4, 5. There might be one more, but there's at least 5.
1.
1 hit, extra shot.
Protected by a
Roll
mix
once.
of rangers and
Nope, 2 wounds.
dire avengers.
1 wound.
Or,
Take a minus 1.
you know,
Yeah, it's
dire
dire.
avenger guardians. Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother with that shot. Okay. Minus
Stuff to
charging.
die.
It's yeah, basically.
Not squad in there.
8.
Alright, so this next camera angle that we'll pull up for you guys is
Okay.
just a better shot of the shining
Minus
spears.
okay. Here we are. They
That's
got
a
8s.
shot
I think
of
it is gonna do.
there we
I'll
go.
just roll them in there.
Oh, there's 6. 1 wounded.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there we go.
And it's shaking like an earthquake. There is not an earthquake here. This is not California.
Now we're gonna get messy. We're gonna leave some space for the boss to charge.
We do have a
Whoa.
new, we do have a new app that gives us seconds heads up for the next earthquake.
I'll probably
Boss
just
gonna
sleep
charge.
through it
He
like I
gets
did the
reroll
last
these.
one.
Yes, here we go. That's gonna do it on 7.
That sounds like an
Yeah,
unsafe
seven is
habit.
gonna get me right here.
The Northridge one actually woke me up.
Okay. Important charge over here. We're gonna charge
Actually, well, I
25 man
my
first.
parents were screaming at me to get away from
Okay,
the
there's
window that was
24.
flexing over my head.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're the one that chose to have mirrors
three more
on
dice,
your
please.
on your ceiling.
Yeah, 3 more
It
dice.
was a window. It was just, my parents were the ones who decided to put my bed directly under a window.
I'll pass it back.
Yep.
That seems very unsafe.
Yeah, I think in retrospect, actually, I'm sure as it was happening, they were like, "Wow, we
Two
fucked
moves,
up."
2 die. Okay.
My parents were out of
2, 6,
town. I
5,
was
8,
by
9.
myself.
Here we are.
Well, you were like 30 when it
That's
happened.
8. I
Yeah.
reroll one of these.
And I'm Mexican, so I live with my parents till I get
Boom.
married.
Doesn't
So.
get it. Second squad,
It's gonna be 3 hits and
Okay, yeah,
no,
so
4, 5. Sorry, 5 hits.
it's like that other little boy
Uh,
squad
2
also
hits.
going in there to
What's up?
get in trouble.
Oh, 2 die.
Well, plus it gives them the
Okay.
distance just to get to the other side of the board.
We'll go.
Right,
3
yeah.
d6.
I mean,
Start
not
getting,
that
try to
I-
get that objective
Mine is
over
sharp.
there.
Double ones. I'm gonna reroll both of those. Here we
All
go.
of a sudden,
Make
you're
it-
getting,
Yeah, if they wipe the unit out and then when they consolidate, they just get
I'm
closer
gonna
to
do
the
it.
objective.
No charges in
and
there.
then
Oh.
it's getting kill more, hold
6
more.
shining spears alive.
Yeah.
Lots of boys.
Right, like,
They're gonna
yeah,
get their
big
pants.
swinging points.
They're gonna get their pants pulled down.
No one likes to see rolling ones.
Okay. Charges will swing at the war boss first. Yeah, war boss will go first. 4 attacks. Choose a hit.
So I
Reroll
guess
one
the
of those
shooting
to
didn't
medicals.
do anything to the other
Choose a
unit
wound,
of Shining
reroll one.
Spears?
Does it kill
Yeah,
all?
well, I don't know if those are the knobs.
80 minus 3,
That's
so you
just
get a
another
six
random.
up, yep.
No, but he's doing the charge phase. He
3
already
damage
went through the
each.
shooting phase. That's all.
Well,
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know
And
what
second one.
corner it is in the bottom
Okay.
right.
Okay.
When he deep
Oh,
shot
you
him.
think that might be the 30?
It does look
Okay,
like 30.
knobs will go. They still get to
Maybe, yeah. That's,
Jason,
Yeah,
can you
maybe
go
it
in
is.
tight on that so we can see what the guys actually have?
He's gonna stay where he's at. Knobs are gonna
Yeah,
go
hold on one
five.
second. I'm fixing a delay
And then consolidate
issue.
three, so he's gonna move a total of 6 inches.
Hey, those in chat, let us know if the echo is back. I think we got it resolved.
Knob off. We go 3 up, 3 up, 3 up. And then we're gonna again pop in 3.
What are you doing?
This is the island 3 and consolidate.
And Danny
Alright, so this
or
is-
Activate,
Adam, what shot did you want?
and I'm
The
making
unit
sure
on the
we're
right,
exactly-
the orc unit on the right. If it's, I think that's just one big boy squad, is it? Or is it the boys and the
And my turn, let's tally it
knobs?
up.
Mysterious
No,
knobs.
it's green tied to them, yeah. I don't think the knob bomb has dropped yet.
I got another.
So you're saying he didn't
card
need
for
the
them.
knobs at all? He could just drop the knobs totally and just play with boys. That's what.
Apparently.
Your turn.
I wouldn't know because there we go with the camera.
Yeah, those are just boys.
Those are just boys. Okay,
He's going to advance.
a lot of boys.
Hanging out, yeah.
In place.
Wait,
Oh,
did he
Huh?
advance for any reason or?
-1 hit.
Thanks, ATC Killer 007. Appreciate your input.
Yes, because -1 of the hit is going to matter.
Definitely matters to
Dude, it was
orcs.
twice.
They always hit on 6s, so you know.
So end of turn 2, 11 for me. It looks like 6 for him. 'Cause you got two
Alright, so-
Reapers.
What would you do in this thing?
Should have
this
3
thing
Reapers.
Should have
with
3?
Danny?
Okay. Make that
What if I'm
7,
the Eldar
7.
player?
Yeah.
11 7.
Or do you think he should have had both Eldar units, Shining Spears, charge forward?
I
Instead
would
of
have
just
I
the
would have
one?
been more aggressive and
I think
just
he's a
tried to
little
get-
conservative with them, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're doing that staggered where he sends one kind of
Mhm.
suiciding in, you do a bunch of damage, you wrap up, so he has to come try and, kill you in fisticuffs and stay in his deployment zone even more. Or I guess, or use his to jump to get a unit out of combat. And then your second one comes in and starts mopping up. And I mean, I think the big thing here is the Eldar player's got to. I think what he's at least doing right now, which is getting away from that big boy squad in the corner, is probably a good idea. You need to choose a flank and kind of trying to start chewing, clearing through here, get rid of this squad, and the war boss would be a good idea. I don't know why he didn't. Maybe he's in range because it's hard to tell from the angle, but get that wave serpent to use its serpent shield to help clear out some of those boys in there, or if you could even line up the shot on the war boss, that'd be ideal. But clear out, get back that objective, try and use that building to hide away from the Ludas, and then try and get to the Ludas next turn. Just because that big squad of boys is scary, but you know, between Psychic Powers, Rangers, and even those Dire Avengers double tapping into them, you can start whittling them down to where they become manageable. And you might just have to concede that they're gonna stay on that side of the board, and just start trying to get your secondaries, right? Like get Headhunt, start picking off characters, get in there, try and get those Ludas, right? Especially right now, if he can get that Shining Spear in to kill something and just try point one of the squads, right? That really makes it a lot tougher for him to, you know, the Ludas don't have any good targets to shoot at, and neither does that Mythic Knob squad. And, you know,
Mythic Knob.
But I don't see it. It doesn't exist.
yeah.
Right. I'm beginning to think it
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
I mean, perfect
forgot
too,
to
yeah.
bring
Now,
up-
now he's moving out Cat Lady, which she should have been maybe moving forward a little bit more, especially if he had her properly screened by his chaff so she couldn't get targeted. But he's gonna need her to be, you know, pumping out some psychic powers here to help out.
I think that's what they're doing.
And Cat Lady's by that Wave Serpent, right?
Yeah, she's got that big bait. She's got that weird. She, for whatever reason, she is a demure, lithe Eldar woman who has a base the size of a jet bike.
It's the cloak.
And she,
Yeah, that train. It's
and
the
she can
train.
stuff
to
all
her.
that dress inside of a wave serpent.
Yep.
And her cat.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
it's always the cat. Goddamn piece of shit cats.
Hope they have a litter
Souls
box
of
on the
Ex-
wave serpent.
I don't know. Cats are just the souls of ex-girlfriends come to haunt you.
That makes sense now.
That's probably why I'm fucking allergic to them.
Yeah, see?
I wonder if he left. I don't think he left enough. I think he left too much room behind him
There is. Looks like there is.
to get the. I
I
don't know
mean,
if
yeah.
you want to shoot at the cat lady, but. Right,
You might not be able to see. There's Enid Rangers back there by those
by the
generator looking
containers.
things.
Oh, the
Yeah.
generator to the left, to the right.
Yeah, up and to the right.
Right,
They're
but I
right
mean
there
behind,
on
like
the-
where the red containers are at. There's nothing there, right?
No, there isn't. So he's got that whole, basically his back line. I'm pretty sure that gives him 9 inches to get in there. Although I don't know, that's asking the knobs to try and get lucky and pop characters, and then you're splitting their fire and hoping you're, you know.
No,
rolling
I
them.
would just concentrate on one character, whichever the one the
Just gonna
closest.
cast
Well,
the
they don't
ancestral
cover for each
grace
other,
on
so
those
if there's
guys.
4 characters lined up behind, which it looks like there are, he can choose whichever one he wants to kill.
On them as well. Why not?
Yeah, then you go for
Then you
probably
charge-
Cat Lady, just to
Goes
turn
off
off
an 8,
Solvers.
+1 for the cat.
And then you charge
gonna
whatever
shoot-
the other one,
They're gonna shoot at your weird boy.
or all
Take
3 of them.
only
I
4
mean, they'll probably wreck you or,
probably
or
do.
or
Oh,
well,
maybe they
Eldrad.
can-
I don't know how good
Guys
he
will
is.
take that back.
But with the other ones, you can just charge them in and either tie them up and
I can
maybe
still
wrap
shoot the
one,
village unit.
Right.
depending on positioning.
That is a miss.
I don't think he has too much to worry about shooting. I mean,
No.
yeah.
And they
It's
are
really
beaten,
making
right?
sure. I mean, that's the thing.
That's
It
a
depends
mortal
where
wound
those
plus 4
shining spears end
regular
up, because
Are they top 5 or 4?
once those guys are gone,
Regular wounds?
Yanari really doesn't have a lot of offensive answers to anything.
He was already on
And
the
the
wound.
orc player can just kind of push in, really just camp objectives and win the game without having to do much else. Maybe try and,
So that's my second
if he wants to
phase. I'll
max
move
points,
on
kill
to the
that
shooting
wave
part.
serpent.
These 4 are gonna shoot at him.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's targeting the boys.
Oh, I must have picked it up.
Well, I mean, the thing is,
Oh,
war
I must
bosses
have, yeah,
aren't
that's my
that tough, right? So if he can shoot down all the boys and and the shining spears, I mean, 5 of them, 6 of them can probably
okay.
pick up that war boss. They
And
just,
then
you
these
know,
two moved on force.
war bosses have a crappy armor save.
roll
They don't have an
into
invul
two.
save.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
like-
offensively, they're the glass hammer in most
Yeah.
cases.
So
Well, he's on the
2
bike. I think he's
into
toughness 5 on the bike.
normal save?
He's toughness 6.
No,
He's a.
Just one. So
I know
just
I am.
that guy.
We've had this conversation many a time.
I don't listen to you.
That I'm well aware of.
We're gonna come over here now.
Because
We're
if he
gonna
can
shoot
kill the
all of
war
our
boss,
lances into him.
Silver's back behind the
and-
building.
Right.
Yeah.
But then the orc player is forced to use his mythical knobs to try to deep strike near the
No,
bike.
that's just-
Just as good
they're gonna-
anyway,
he's
because
gonna shoot everything at them.
that's his only really offensive
we'll
unit
do-
left.
The shuriken
Yeah, I mean,
catapult.
Again, a wave
And
serpent can
then
kill
the,
some boys, but I think at this point, like asking that
force,
wave serpent to
rerolling,
basically
1 and
annihilate
-3,
an entire
one normal.
boy
Army.
squad while surviving the Ludifier is kind of asking a little much from it.
And then the shuriken catapult.
You know.
Yeah.
Or cannon, I should say. And then these need 3s.
I mean, really, the big hit that I'm sure Matt is feeling right now is just not having the Dark Reapers to pressure.
Yeah.
Right, the fact that he got them caught, didn't spend the CP to save them. Because even if he only had 4 left, that's still at least another offensive threat that he's not going to be able to get to because of Fire and Fade.
Yeah, it'd have to be something that the orc player would have to deal with. In addition to the way he did the jump and how the knobs aren't in anymore, or still aren't in. Maybe we'd have to put the knobs in right now.
No, I
because
did not.
the
I didn't cast.
Or he'll just let him die and be like, fuck it.
yeah,
I don't need him.
So we're gonna do Lazy Lance.
I guess.
It was
all a troll.
I got this game. I don't need those reapers.
The wound gave you -4, 8 on the Scarlet.
I give him a lot of credit for just being ballsy.
But he had already suffered 6 wounds. He was going to lose at least 1,
5 more
which
shots.
would leave him with only 3, which may as well be, they may as well be not there, but
And then
still.
these need 4s.
No, because then he can still be like whittling down the grot, forcing him to spend
now
CPs for
we're
grot
gonna shoot
shielding, all that kind of stuff, right? Bleeding him out of
1,
CPs or start losing Luda.
3, 4.
I don't know. Yeah, I still would have spent the 2.
6.
But
Yeah, no, I absolutely would have.
whatever happens, I
mean-
mean, if he loses, I think that was the key. Right there in turn 1.
Right.
And then these need
We
4.
each only have 35 minutes left.
Yeah, we do. No, we actually have what?
Oops, that was wrong.
We have
I
about
don't know.
45 minutes left.
You guys were letting him stop. Yeah, because you guys were letting him stop the clock.
No, 6.
Oh my
Um,
God!
6.
I was not letting him stop the
Hey.
clock.
Let it go. Just let it go.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that says "I am the clock."
Take that L out.
Alright. So that's that. We are going to. And what's our leadership?
Leadership 8, they have a knob rule, so,
Still at least 2 orcs left.
And I've killed how many?
They'll
this
probably
turn?
you killed
if they
7 this
survive,
turn.
they'll wipe at the
7
end of the
this
turn,
turn,
I
yeah.
believe.
And could they heroically intervene anyway for?
No.
Yeah, mob rule's only cool when you got like 30 other boys near you.
Well, they can
These
use
guys
the
are
boss,
working
but he's only leadership 9 or 10.
Well, we're gonna charge.
Leadership
Him.
Danny. What's the war boss's
Okay,
leadership?
anything else?
I
Just
think
gonna charge
9.
him?
No, we're gonna charge.
I remember
Okay,
off the top
so
of my
we'll
head.
do
No, it's
leadership
only
first.
8.
He's got
Wow.
shotgun guns, trigger, guns going for all of these, 3 hits, extra shots,
Unless it's the bike guy.
strength
I think
5,
these might be different.
2 wounds. Reroll 1 of these.
Okay, let's not look at the bike guy. His is only 7.
And then,
Oh, pass that
Wow.
out.
yeah, pass it back.
Okay, leadership gets
These guys are
worse.
going to shoot all their weapons as they can. 3 missiles,
Yeah, it's
nothing.
worked.
And we've got
I know, right?
6 shots each.
Well, he has the mob rule also, so. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, there's squads of 30 and or around you.
shots each,
You don't really
24,
worry about that stuff.
Real ones. 6 is trigger. Extra shots. Like 2 extra hits. Yeah,
Oh,
5
wow.
total. 4 wounds.
Just surfing BCP for another local
2 wounds.
to our boy Danny Kwan beat
Good.
Shirt
Hey, go
Coast
for
Art.
it.
That's me.
Poor
Yep.
Richard.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Pretty dick.
Yeah. Always the bridesmaid. He always comes in second at all our tournaments.
What did he lose to? At least it wasn't Necrons, right?
Oh my god.
So
And
I
then
think
we had
the
swapped
the knobs are already on the table.
Oh, they
They
are
are on the
Jesus,
table.
where are they?
Yep, 2 wounds.
Goddamn
We've got
orcs.
5 left.
I mean, they're like
Who's
white.
all gonna go in
So
with him?
here you go. You
Oh,
can
those
see
are
it.
the
Oh,
knobs.
Those
Yeah,
are
we
the
can
knobs.
find.
Okay. Yeah, well, only
Alright.
2 of them left.
So we'll start the Exarch first.
Yep.
Oh my god, this.
Tough
He
to
even
finish.
has a dot on the
Strike 8 one.
orc face for
That's
the
wound
third
80 minus 4.
6.
That army hurts my soul.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying it out loud.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create some memes and just put them in our chat group.
Got 3 wounds.
Triggered.
Wounds remaining. Yep.
3, 1. Last color's a dot. Adam's triggered.
Okay.
I think there's more than 3 on those guys.
Says 5 minus
Zoom in
4.
again. Let me just control.
No, don't.
I don't fail 2 of these. He's dead. He fails 3.
Yeah, let's be-
Guys,
I'm
before
in
I do
the
that,
watch
I'm
does
gonna
not a
set
color
York's
camp,
never beat
so
for 2 CP to have him swing.
Damn it, that's like half my army.
I know.
Before I remove that model, I swing. So he's not
So you
removed
offend
before
John
that.
with your conversions, you offend me with your painting. As much as I hate
Okay.
painting,
So 4 attacks.
Mhm.
Hitting on 2s.
Yeah, my armies always look better than yours.
Real one
Shocking.
with some death scrolls.
I don't know
And I'm
about
losing
that,
command point. My last command point.
Oh.
Reroll this one.
but probably.
Wounds. Wounding on 2s.
Alright.
The Killer Claw reroll on this one. So 3 wounds, AP of minus 3.
Good.
Oh shit. Oh, damn. What's all my command? Sorry.
Is there a reason
and
he
then
just
two
took his
attack whips,
CP dice and
2
rolling them?
hits, and then wounding on this is minus 2.
Yes, he re-rolled, I believe, an attack.
Sorry, 1 damage.
Nope. And 5 and 6s. Nope.
I think he interrupted and then.
Passes on.
How is
Roll
it?
it.
Now you control it.
That's a good question. I don't think there was.
You can't interrupt because one charge has to go off first before you can
Yep, move in
interrupt.
advance.
Oh, he was actually rolling saves. Sorry.
Ah, okay. I was gonna be like,
Oh yeah, no. What he played was the stratagem that lets him fight after death. That's what,
oh, okay.
That's it.
which only netted him one bike.
Ouch.
Yeesh.
So, you lose or win fast?
So not a good trade.
No, although, you know, he's still definitely got the,
Well, why'd you get so little sleep, man?
he's still definitely got some,
Okay.
some
There we
move.
go.
Morale.
Oh, there they go, they're
Eight
running
lost 7.
the
So
silvers.
on a 1 they're fine.
I don't know
I
if
roll
they'll
6.
save him from
On a 6 they don't run away.
jumping orcs, but
No, I don't roll any of them, so they all run away.
Yeah, I mean, if those Ludas just get jumped over there into, like, the far corner where they can draw
Yep.
line of sight and just
Yep.
open up on him.
Okay.
Although he doesn't have the CPs now to,
Pass back to you.
Thank you.
reroll
to do more
everything.
DACA.
True.
I was just thinking more DACA to just make them pop on 5 and 6s.
Okay.
Okay, those are the knobs, so they didn't impress me.
Yeah.
It looks like these orcs are running out of gas.
Guys move 5 up.
That's what happens. Orcs are, again, they can hit really hard, but once you start whittling them down, they get less and less scary. Which is, you know, they're the Mike Tyson of armies, right? If you just survive the first couple rounds, man, you're probably gonna be okay.
Let them punch themselves out.
So 7 plus 3 would be a
Yep.
10-inch charge. Sorry, just over 7 away. It'd be a 10-inch charge to get up there. Up 3, over 7. Get in there. 10-inch charge.
I'm assuming those rangers in the building are on the bottom floor.
We're gonna move in advance. These guys go up
I don't know.
7.
They're talking about it. Gesticulation.
Wow, gesticulation.
That's a lot of syllables.
I forgot where
That
you're
sentence
Cross
had,
squads.
that sentence had too many syllables in it. Apologize. Yeah, so let's see. I mean,
You killed 2 units
how,
this turn.
especially as he still
Oh,
has
you
that
killed 2
Shine
units
Sphere
this turn?
squad,
Okay.
but it pretty much
Yeah,
has
go
to now
well.
live in fear of
Yeah.
the Ludas getting line of sight to it. So it kind of limits what they can do.
I mean, basically just
Time's not that
throw
far
the
off.
Ludas to
Here,
the other
he's
end of
lying
the
there.
table, just across from them.
Yeah.
Be as far away as with range 48, you can literally be as far away as possible.
Yeah, I mean, range 48 is huge and lets him kind of be
Okay,
wherever he wants to be
you
to
move
jump
over
them,
this
to get
objective,
them
within range of the
in a
objective.
safe place
Sense?
where they
These guys
can
can
just
move
open
up.
fire and just wreak
Get us
havoc.
objective,
Although
move
again,
back.
the Ludas are a lot less scary without their stratagems.
Yeah.
Right, getting them to like pop off on 5 and 6s and shoot twice, like that's really what makes them terrifying. Once they can't
We're
do
gonna
that
combo
anymore,
over. I'm just gonna pull these
they're
guys.
still good, but they're definitely not like the oh my god,
These guys-
they
What
own
do they do?
everything.
They're moving over to get this objective. These guys can move in advance. We're gonna go 7 inches.
Do we lose sound?
Nope.
No.
We're just being really quiet.
Man, that's rare.
I'm very tired. Again, 4 hours of sleep.
Oh my God.
Do you want a medal or a chest to pin it on?
Yeah.
A pillow, please. A pillow.
Fine there. This crowd's gonna move in advance.
Oh, just a cup of coffee, man. Come on.
I would like a cup of coffee too, but then I would be up again. I just really want to sleep.
Yeah, he's bitching out on us going out tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna get some gelato and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, that works.
Wow.
We're gonna go.
Why are you trolling on me? I brought you here.
You did.
You did. And you brought. You knew.
Like I don't think anyone had any. Like you knew what you're getting. There was no mystery to this. like Adam knew coming on the stream what he was getting out of me too, and he knows me less than you do. Correct?
Correct.
Get off my lawn.
There was no mystery box. It was.
Crowd's gonna move in advance. Up 8.
I'm Orcs thinking it over,
Yeah.
contemplating.
Danny, would you do the jump and take a shot?
Um,
You put him at that
Okay,
extreme corner,
go
so it would
I
take
agree.
2 turns. It would. Soul Burst would probably get them
Second
there.
phase. We're gonna
yeah, that's the
jump
thing is you gotta remember Soul versus.
Are they with? Yeah, what's that? Jump Ludus.
You know,
Does-
I mean, it
still
depends
has
what they
3
have line of sight to right
We're gonna
now.
plus 3. I don't believe I do.
Shoot at like something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Part of me is like, if I
1,
was,
2,
you know,
3,
he's up.
4,
If
5, 6,
you know, you're
7,
you're
8,
up 5
9,
points right now.
10, 11,
Bottom of
12,
turn.
13.
It's
Bottom
bottom
of turn
turn.
3.
No.
So-
not
Like
yet.
I will get a plus.
I,
15.
you know,
That is 15,
I could
so he gets plus
see
3.
the
15
conservative
Ludus plus
play of just
15
kind of
other boys
getting your
standing here.
kill
Yeah.
unit.
Bronze count?
Right.
Not count. I'm just
right.
only counting boys.
Hold
people
more
with,
pressure
what's
with
the
that boy
range
squad,
outside?
which
Relevant.
makes that
Yeah.
the shiny
The
spears
jumping
have
moves.
to kind of come out of hiding. And so instead of
They're gonna
taking the
jump over,
risk,
get range.
right, kind of being a little more conservative, but I also there's always the bloodlust, and it's just if he can kill those spear squad,
They're
then
jumping,
really-
guys.
Oh, he's jumping.
Oh yeah, here it is. All right.
I hate to interrupt a well-paced
That's
rant,
okay.
but
They all have range currently, and they all have line of sight. Keep him back here.
Audio just cut out for me, so if you're
No,
ranting,
you're fine.
God bless.
No,
Okay.
you were
I was like,
He's talking about you.
We'll keep him back here now.
We were just enjoying it.
that's not me ranting.
Further
Oh, that's
back.
not me ranting. I could rant.
On to
Put him further back.
shooting phase. We're gonna shoot
Further back.
this guy first. 'cause he
Get
can
in that
Further
see.
fucking
back.
corner.
Air.
Get in that fucking corner.
Oh, goddamn orc players.
Yeah, I can see your butt.
You're gonna bring a lot of balls. Don't be lazy with the fucking measurements. God damn.
You know who you should judge then, Adam? You should judge Matt. Matt Root.
I'm gonna do
No,
He
I
just
know.
throws
Him-
models.
I know that. So does Nick.
Like 10 shots.
But you know what? That's also kind of a tactic too, because when you stand them up, you maybe get an extra half inch or inch.
Right.
I'm not saying they do that, but they probably do it.
hey, sometimes all he needs that extra half inch.
Extra shot.
True.
It does trigger an extra shot.
I think most
Hits.
people never turn down extra half inch.
2 wounds. You get 3 up. Good. Okay. Ludus next. D6. 2 shots
But
each.
yeah, those
30
guys need to
shots.
be further back.
Yeah, you need to. I mean, because
You
We're
need to make
looking
them
at-
work for it.
yeah,
7. 9.
30
So-
shots.
Okay, 30
Wow, that was
shots.
a good roll. Here we go.
that's average, right?
That's
15 should
actually
do
average.
And are you
yeah,
all out of
he didn't get
handles
that
now?
sweet 5 or 6.
Oh,
For
one
the full 45, fuck you.
1 left. Okay.
Because with only 30 shots, only hitting 6s, really. For
We
what
were only
matter when
ones.
Yeah, you're getting 5.
So that many
You're
hits
getting
so far?
5 hits on average, probably 1 bonus hit, maybe 7 is kind of, I think, more or less average.
No more?
If he gets anything more than 7, then that's probably a
No shots.
God wanted him to win.
And
Sort of
then
thing.
Yeah, it looks like 7.
Look at that, it's about average.
roll.
Actually 6.
Alright,
No,
Chris.
7.
We'll go 2 damage.
2 damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Got rid of so many. I can't tell you because it's happening.
5 shining spears left. Oh well. Alright. We're gonna go to the charging phase. Boys are gonna charge your reapers.
What?
Only
Boys, red
two,
card
it
for
looks like.
Rangers. Yeah.
Do I have line of sight on them?
No, you're in the second story. You can't see him.
Okay.
Yeah, I only see two dead.
You get 10.
Too bad. So there's only what, 4
No,
left?
we'll reroll that.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, why don't you go check it out? If you only had a cameraman, check it out.
Okay. Tally it up.
I have found my
more
purpose.
and you killed more.
You should just be doing it, Jason,
Did I kill you?
without
It's
even
turn
telling
nine.
us. It should just be done already.
So there's actually 4 left.
Oh wow.
5. There's 5.
There's 5. He
extra.
only killed 1.
Tally it up.
Oh wow.
Because remember, the shiny spears are 2 wounds each.
Alright, I see. I can. Okay, I see the 5th one. His little flange
hidden.
poking out of there.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not so good, Al. That's not so good.
So he'll get a second shot once they charge.
So maybe playing KG with the Eldar will pay off.
Pass over.
I mean, that's the thing is, it's never. I mean, it's never really over. It can be, but you know, the shining spears with the Inari, it's
Those
because
guys
it's
stay where they
Inari.
are.
One shining spears unit is always like 2.
These guys are going to move.
It's double actions, so you know. Hence why people bring 2 units of them, so you can have 4 essentially shine spear units to
They're
charge.
going to move their 16. There's no way they can stand up in there because they're bobbleheads.
Yeah, you're fine.
I think they're talking about there's no way for those orcs
I mean,
to
I
get
can
up
just leave them
there.
there.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are they on the top?
No, I think they're in the
Alright.
bottom floor.
Now,
So you guys are on delay just a little bit with the sound.
we are going to move up a brain. Not. We get within 18. She's just gonna move there. Just there. Eldrad will move up. Praetor.
Score. I'm gonna say you maxed out Reaper. I'm not gonna worry about it. You gotta put your build out turn in a half turn.
Scoring it up. On to turn 4.
13.
Yep, so the
So did he not bother with the charge, or didn't roll high enough?
Alright. This way
I guess he didn't bother with it, or he didn't roll high enough either. It's not it didn't happen, which is
Oh my
what
god.
matters because those shining spears are probably going to go eat those boys, and there's going to be a lot, probably
right here.
psychic heat coming into them too.
And I think that's everything. So we'll move on to
Here
Psychic Phase.
comes the wave
Alright,
serpent.
we got the score update.
Doom. That unit.
Ooh, tied up.
Doom goes off on a 7.
Probably from
He's
Reaper.
going to Fortune them.
Yep.
Yes.
Fortune goes off on a 7. He is going to protect them. This guy. Protect does not go off. That's okay. He is going to cast Quicken on them.
Alright, so
I will reroll that with his relic. Quicken does not go off.
Oh.
We are going to. That hurts.
psychic powers don't look like they're going. It's hard to tell
Yeah, I
if the
got
powers
you.
are going
I got
up
you
in one
with
or.
Fortune on.
I heard protect did not go off. It doesn't. I can't tell if Quicken went off or not.
Quicken did not go off.
Alright, so you only got 1 power off.
Alright, so I think what I need to do here
Or I guess, and Soul Burst.
then is the
Or no, yeah, I don't think he's done Soul Burst yet.
ship plan. But we cast Word of the Phoenix on.
Time for those grots to win this game.
I'll use my last mana. Good. And they're gonna Soul Burst move. We're gonna get good in the middle here.
Yep,
Alright.
here they come.
And now for Eldrad, he is going to cast Smite. Smite goes off on a 7. 2 mortal wounds. Yep. Good. And now he is going to cast Guide
It's 27.
on them, obviously. And now he's
For
going
each
to cast
though,
Execution.
right, yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
I'm going to use runes to reroll the whole thing. Executioner goes off, D3 mortal wounds. 2 are going to die, and because 2 died, I'm going to roll, it does an additional D3. 3 more, so 5 total.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. And then a rain for her power. Her last one is going to cast Smite. Goes off on 7.
And
3.
sir, leaving the
It's not a bad psychic phase for Matt.
No.
So now
Again,
we
those
will
mortal wounds
move on
really
to
start
shooting.
stacking up. Oop.
Yeah.
Look like double sixes right there.
These guys can shoot everything into them. So, Laser Lance first. Misses, but he's guided. The hits. It's a wound, AP -4.
Yeah, see, now the problem with that
And
thing
then
about
4
doing
more
the jump
shots.
is
They'll hit.
now those Ludas are not in a great position to really do
that
anything.
is 3 wounds.
Because depending on line of sight.
Yeah, they're gonna struggle to be in range.
Well, well, again, if those Rangers are on the roof or not, that's why I'm wondering why the charge didn't go off. Or did he just not bother, or did his opponent convince him that he couldn't?
And Shuriken.
Because
That's probably a good question to ask at the end of the game.
Because if they're on the bottom floor, it should have been an easy charge. If they're on the top floor, then the looters will be able to see them and shoot them for an easy kill. Kill one.
Damn big dice. Small carny hands. Rerolling to Doom.
There we go.
AP doesn't matter.
AP doesn't matter.
So that's 5, 10,
Oh, I'll go ahead and roll these.
14. Yep.
14, 6 ups. It should be the squad. Yeah, it's squad.
There's a lot of orcs dying right there.
It's a super sad day.
I thought that was just like a Tuesday for them.
You are exactly right.
We'll take 5 shots with these,
And out comes the foam.
these guys. That's all.
Okay.
Although
It's a
props to
sad day
him
when the
for,
foam pops out.
3 hits.
Okay.
props to him for actually bothering to try and use foam.
That's
Yeah.
2 wounds plus
Rather
1
than
more.
provide him in
Move.
that.
Most
success.
orc players use
Make
the
one, so
clump
two
and dump method.
Yeah, considering how they're painted, I'm surprised by the foam.
Wow.
Damn.
Ow,
Alright,
Chad.
I'm
Ow.
gonna do Overwatch. This is my technical.
Listen, man.
2 hits. I'll reroll one of these on death skulls. Nope. 2 hits. Extra shots. No extra shots.
Alright,
Wounding on
so-
2s to the strength 8. I'm rerolling these on death skulls. 2 wounds. AP -2 and D6 damage.
So I was
And then
saying
he's
the
damaged.
conservative play is to keep
4
those
damage.
Ludas where they are. Far more kind of fire lanes and control the board, but
And then we got 1, 2,
yeah, I do
3,
wonder
4,
why those Rangers
4,
are still
2,
alive.
minus the guy, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean, I guess they could try and get lucky on that wave
9,
serpent.
10, everyone's in range. 10,
Probably
11, 12,
unlikely.
13, 14 shots.
Well, remember, he has bottom of 4, so he uses that turn to
Sixes
kill
and extra
the
shots.
Rangers.
Like,
if they're on the roof.
Alright, go for it.
If they're on the roof.
4-inch charge. Are you 5 inches away?
Otherwise, they'll have to shoot
Yeah,
at
you
the,
should be.
Wait, you said the wave serpent.
You are that's exactly what you needed. We'll take it.
See what happens. Pretty sure it's not going to be good.
And then he
Not
may
great.
actually have to move
That's
them
okay.
on turns 5 and 6 to get to that objective.
They're fortune protected still.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not protected.
Not protected. They don't have a +1 save, but they have no pain.
Well, it looks like he killed one to over.
Okay. So XR first.
Yep.
Down to four shining spears.
Oh, that's pretty terrible.
I don't know if they can. How many orcs
here
are
you
left? About
Everybody else. Go.
7,
And these are 3.
12,
10,
about 15.
13-ish.
And 2 minus
13, I don't know.
Up.
But how many did he
Anyone?
lose? He has to
That.
really
And we'll pile in.
do well in this roll up because he's probably going to lose the squad.
Francis.
Right.
Killed.
Although not a bad
It's not a bad trade.
trade. Yeah, if he can actually finish off that squad.
Why do I have a closer picture of his head, Jason, and his neck?
I was trying to get a close up of the orcs. He just was in the way.
Sure, you were.
Hey.
Does your wife know how you lean?
All but looks like 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
He has asked to snuggle a few
7
times this
boys
weekend.
and
I
up.
haven't
We'll do not purchase multiple damage. Up.
So Bam knows.
Real ones and pedestals. Breeze. wounds, AP minus 1, 2 damage. Good. And then plus he's got a
Did you
big
just kill
chopper.
like 2 knobs or 2
Doesn't hit.
boys? Are they boys or knobs?
1, 2, 3, that's
I think those
7.
are boys. I think his knob squad's dead.
The mythic knobs.
Yeah.
Who really say are a suboptimal
thank you.
part of this
Sorry
list.
about
I like the list in general, but
7.
You should have got more
Certainly
Ludus.
How do you roll in the table?
It's a weird decision.
or tank bustas even. Like I love tank bustas. I feel like those get slept on a lot. They can really do damage.
Like,
All right, Adam,
If
you
want
see
to do
that?
Something with rocket.
Danny, they're boys. Verified.
Yep, they're regular boys.
Well, he said
3,
knobs, but I
6,
think he
7
meant just
moves,
his knob.
AP dash.
Coming in with the coming in with that
Yeah.
big chopper.
They can't fail morale, so I'm either way.
Okay, 2 go through. 14. Good.
Nice. Okay. So we stick. My turn.
Wow.
So it's on
Alright,
me. Yep, okay.
Here's the saves. Do we see a
Killed
lot of
one
ones?
unit this turn.
So 1 dead.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry, pile in. I'm gonna pile in everyone else.
Nope.
Feel no pain or
Go
something?
on.
No.
Hold 1.
I don't know how they have feel no pain, but
So
There we
I'm
go,
rolling
one
2.
died. Looks like.
If I kill one,
Okay.
that'd be pretty
Oh, no, they're
damage
just
to me.
piling in. Nope, none of them.
40 days range.
Yeah,
I
none
think
of them
the white-
died.
Yeah, the white squad is
really
a
have much
separate
they can do.
squad from the other bases.
oh,
From
okay.
the brown base,
Over.
so
We're gonna try to jump these guys.
at least he gets to swing next turn.
Is he keeping him?
Yep.
Well,
Can't pull back.
He's like, well, I guess I got
Move
those.
5 over. We're gonna move it.
why is he moving over?
Clear some space for this period.
I don't know. He really needs to go be moving on to objectives so he can get
Going
his
the wrong
control.
Got the jump.
Going the
Got
wrong
the jump.
Oh, because he's gonna fall back from
Go to
the
4, 9 inches.
battle and shoot him with the.
Oh, right.
Maybe? I don't know. He was,
Maybe that'd be a good idea.
9 inches up, over. He ends right here.
I was trying to get maybe his grots to help screen them too. I mean,
Oh.
really, his weird boy needs to like haul ass over there and start throwing out some smites too.
his Grots can't do it
Try to
because he
slow
doesn't
it
have
down
any more
over there.
command points left. So I don't know what he's
Right.
doing with the Grots.
No, Grosh should be running
Fine.
forward to get
Try to
objectives.
jump them back.
Yeah, because he has really no shooting.
Yeah.
Actually, there. He's gonna move in advance.
I mean, the Wave Serpent
Good.
puts out a
7
little
inches.
bit. Again, the Wave Serpent has the Serpent Shield, so then
Yeah, he's
Got
not
two
gonna
on him.
suck. You can't give that up, right? Not since the
That's
losers are
what
still
I
in
mean.
play.
Actually, I'm gonna jump and then try to smite.
and if and he's got 2 weird boys. Those
Yeah,
weird
jump
boys
try
should be
smite.
hauling out
There they go.
Move
over
over
near
here.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
start,
they're
there
going
you go.
now.
And just start throwing out some smites.
Hang out. Shock attack gun. Can you see anything? Can you see the back of your Wave Serpent? So you're gonna attack that Wave Serpent. Go. Not much. We're gonna go into the
He's not even
Fight
moving
phase.
He didn't even move the
jump
shot.
from here over here. I get a +1.
Or-
I'm
or
gonna
I
get
think
10
they're still-
models.
He hasn't moved
That
it
is
yet.
a 5. Not gonna do it. No jump.
Yeah, the shock
Won't
attack.
do that
I
either.
mean, maybe it can see the Wave Serpent, so it can
Nope,
just
we're
take
gonna
a
go
shot
to
in the
the
dark
shooting
at
phase.
that.
Pistols over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pistols.
Jumped in
Yep.
and go off.
Oop.
Much damage.
Shooting phase now.
Shooting phase, yep. Both pistols over there.
Guess those looters ain't shooting them.
Rolling one of these pistols, 5's hit, 6 figure extra. One extra
He's
shot.
keeping the guys in combat.
What is that?
Okay.
1. Okay, don't worry about it. 4 to roll one of these because I'm death skulls. 2 wounds. EP dash.
This is something he's doing. I guess it's.
Shooting the pistols at the jet bikes.
One guy takes
Oh,
one.
okay. Don't.
Okay, lose. They're gonna start attacking the Wave Serpent
Forget that.
because they don't really have much.
Yeah.
Shoot else. I'm already at a
Well,
-1.
But get some cheap wounds. It's pretty funny.
Looks like
Takes a wound.
all but 1, 2, 3, 4,
One
5 will be
sneaks
able to shoot. 10 shots times D3. 1 shot. 10 shots.
Yeah, those guys must be inside if he's not shooting at
Yep.
the.
Doesn't matter. Yep, 6's hit.
Yeah, I
Roll
don't know why
ones.
he didn't charge. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't charge the Rangers. I didn't see him roll.
Like 2 hits.
Yeah, who knows?
Shots. Roll 1s.
Or maybe maybe they are on the top
Okay,
floor, and
and
he's just like,
yeah.
well, why
Two
kill
wounds.
the
CB
Rangers?
-1.
Yeah, I don't need to kill. I don't need to kill anything this turn. What do I need to shoot Rangers for?
Yep.
Okay. Shock attack gun. 3 shots at strength. 4. 3 shots. Hitting on 6s. Yep.
2.
Jesus. No death skulls. Nope.
Just 2.
That's 2 extra shots. Add another one to that, so 3 total. Strength 4.
Yep. So you're gonna need
5's wound, but I get a +1 because that was my warlord trait. +1.
Strength 4 shock attack.
4's wound.
Ooh,
I'll go through. It's AP of -5.
That's
so
the
they're
big
gonna
money.
say, and then 3d6. A -1 plus all of these. That's gonna do it. Yeah, so that's 5, 10 plus 3's
13.
13. But do you have 14 wounds?
I have 13.
Okay. And you have 6 up feeling the pain when you advance or something?
Wow, all 3 went through.
No, he has spirit stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then 6 up feeling the pain base.
Okay. How much?
13.
13 damage total because it's -1 from the start. You have servant shields.
Are you
-1?
kidding me?
From each of them.
I had 6,
Okay,
6, and
guys,
4.
God, it's gonna be an interesting
yeah,
game.
13 damage.
Well, he still has the spirit stone, so any 6s, but it's going to be degraded. So
Right.
So that is,
I don't know what they're discussing right now.
They were discussing those rules in particular.
The serpent shield?
Yes.
Hey, you guys died.
No, not the serpent shield. I don't think he has it anymore, but
Oh,
they were
geez.
discussing the spirit stone.
C3. So
It's every 6.
Mm-hmm. It's just a 6-up, feel no pain.
move on to the warlock.
Oh, he blew it up and it explodes.
Oh my gosh.
Easily.
Oh my. Oh, he's gonna reroll that. Okay.
A 3. She has 6
No,
wounds.
he did.
Roll.
He didn't reroll.
The brain?
He rolled it.
It's gonna be 3, but she has tenacious
Oh,
survivor.
maybe not. Oh, and he
He-
killed.
Nope.
Okay, so he
Guy who's
re-rolled
like-
one of the feel no pains, I
Okay.
believe,
Uh,
and then it blew
Blow
up.
up.
Fine. This one.
And it killed.
Killed the
Alright.
Farseer.
Alright.
The Farseer is
Two kills.
it's
Alright,
only
what's
2.
all base? We're gonna
The
go
one
Oh,
swing.
that's
that's
only
So
2s.
Yeah, that's the warlock, isn't it?
Yeah, whichever
Well,
one's
then,
2. Basically,
the
got him a
boss.
free kill.
I'll actually do 11
Two,
guys
2
first.
kills now.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
That's big.
and that was the
Oh, and, I get
that was
to
because
roll,
he
3 per hit.
because he gave
Farseer
the
helm,
warlord
3
trait of
eight,
+1 to wound versus
9,
vehicles, which is a death
10,
skull.
Did you see what I did there?
yeah, you
Right.
force your helm.
So he
Or
wounded
it's
on
mortal wounds
4s.
from
So he
peril.
wounded on
Peril.
4s instead of
perils.
5s, and he wounded
If
with
it's from
all
the
3.
perils,
And the shock attack gun is
Roll,
-5.
roll.
Right.
Roll.
And it's D6
Roll.
damage each, and you happen to
Yeah.
roll 15, which is this is
The shock attack gun
exactly
is hilariously great.
which is exactly what he needed to kill the wave serpent. Oh my god!
It was pretty epic, I have to admit. Watching
No,
it,
I agree.
Yeah, that's.
A lot of things had to go right for that to happen.
I had to hold it in until you saw it.
Mortal wound.
Yeah.
I rolled
That was
3,
hard.
I got one.
That's insane.
That's what she said.
Regular goes. 3, 6, 9, 12 so far, and then the knob will go. So go to roll 12.
I think he's rolling the
Guys, this is
no
why you
idea.
use
No
wound
idea.
counters
Yeah.
instead of dice.
Takes one step, kills
Please.
one guy.
There's
Oh,
plenty
yeah,
of places that make them. Hammerheadgames.net.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome, Tony.
Hits, 3 to wound.
You get paid for saying that, right?
No, we do
Sadly,
not.
no.
We just like Tony, and plus he just had a kid, so
Alright,
he
3
needs.
knockback. All hits, 3 to
thing-
wound.
Combat's just
All
going.
wound, EP -1.
Alright. 4.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You go through the first one, 2 damage, kills the
He's
extra,
really
and then
making
the
them.
next
How do
one,
they
2
get the
damage.
feel no pain? Is that what they normally get? I don't pay attention to Shining Spears.
Kills another person. So
I
extra
think
one
so.
person dies.
Oh, I
He
think
might
it's a
maybe got psychic power on him.
There's a
Yeah.
psychic power you can put on give feel no pain.
Oh yeah. God damn it, Eldar.
Yeah, it's about the only thing, like looking at that book and going through that book, about the only strat that Eldar doesn't get that everybody else gets is a fight twice.
Alright.
But the other stuff,
It's called Soul Burst,
Yeah.
Well, Jesus.
and it doesn't cost a strat.
Okay, the Pure Craft Worlds book. About the only strat they don't get that everybody else gets is fighting twice. Other than that, there's pretty much tool for about everything in there.
So tally it up.
So he
I
lost the
kill
one with the wound, so he's down to 3.
And I got one
The
of
orcs
my.
don't care. He only
Yeah.
lost 1.
So
Oof,
I just
alright,
like to. How many FAQs and erratas have we been through in Yunari still like it is?
That's because they don't have any idea how to make them work the way they want them to work. Because it's clear they want Soulverse to be Inari's thing, but they have no idea how to actually make it.
I say they give them the Acts of Faith treatment that they gave the Beta Sisters Codex to them.
I agree.
Like have it be like a tiered system where you build up the points or whatever, like the
Yeah. That's
Blood
left eye,
Tithe or the Nurdle points or whatever.
Yes.
Right. They're still on. Oh, I can't. Wait,
They're on
no,
top
no,
of
they're on
5.
time. Yeah.
And now they moved on to top of
Here-
5.
Yeah, and here are those
We'll
Dire
get
Avengers.
scores here in a second.
Get some money. Dire Avengers are just gonna help pick up all those guys, but still, the Ludas are still a thing, so he has to be really careful. 2 Shining Spheres end up. And that Orc player needs to be getting some smites going off here. So besides the Ludas, that's about the most offense he's got. Besides like that 10-man boy squad back there that probably should have moved up to help assist at some point.
Well, he is doing the right thing. If you look, he's getting out of range of them Ludas. I'm
Yeah.
not sure he thought about that wave serpent before it blew up, but
Well, I don't think anyone expected that wave, that KFF, or not KFF, the shock attack gun to just be like, I rolled a 4, but I'm still gonna fucking nuke your, I'm still gonna nuke your wave serpent.
You know who did believe? That mech,
Who?
that the shock attack gun dude. He believed.
Yeah, he never stopped believing. He never stopped believing. He listened to Journey. He
So,
knew.
so we've updated the scores. So thoughts?
I don't know how much more Matt can do. He'll get kill a unit.
Yeah, he can get kill.
Kill a unit, and he can hold 1. I think with that ranger unit. I don't know if he'll get kill more. I only say that because he can still have the Aiden still has the jump. If he gets that off, he can put a unit right on that objective on the far
Right.
point up north, and he'll maybe not get kill more, but he'll probably get hold more. Actually, he'll get hold more than that every turn because everybody's all on that one objective on the right side. So
Yeah, Matt kind of boxed himself in, and the Shine Spears can go run and get real fast and go grab a far-flung objective, but that again with the Luda still alive,
They're
they
not
can,
going near that
anything to
objective.
draw a line of sight to, they can just at this point annihilate. And once those Shine Spears are gone, he has mostly just characters besides the Rangers and stuff left. So
yeah,
if
there's
he
like a
positions
couple
poorly
units of
with the
Rangers and
characters,
a
he
Dire
can shot.
Avengers over there.
Because now he's playing the game of he doesn't position his characters well, and his units. He could actually have the characters be open game for the shock attack gun and Ludas.
yeah, the Ludas will have to move up no matter what.
Is that a
Fine.
bird,
I think we have a bird in the store.
Nice.
or is it? I think it's in someone's house.
It's not in mine.
I think that's mine. I gotta check. My kid just came home, so he could have let a bird inside.
Danny lives in the woods.
No, I wish. I live in the barrio.
Kill 1 unit. Oops, can't really see much. Can you give me 48?
So it picks up that squad.
48.
Where?
Not much. They can't really see anything actually. For the jump.
All right, there we go.
What defensive spells are on these guys right here?
Let's see what Soulburst does, or what he decides to do with the Soulburst.
So far, you're there. Still lots of guys over here. Can you kill a unit?
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. I mean, yeah, he's measuring line of sight from those Ludas because those 2 buildings are kind of saving his ass.
We call them magic boxes.
Reese hates that term.
I like how there's a cargo crate on top of one of the boxes, or several of them.
These boys are gonna.
Get that little extra line of sight block.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Jason was thinking about that.
Whoa, I did not set up the terrain. I had the head judge do that for me.
Okay.
On the bottom floor. I need to kill a unit.
So yeah,
I'm gonna move
Orc
this
Boy
back.
needs to be running out
We
here
good?
and getting
Moving
on
and advancing this
objectives.
squad right here.
Because he's got ground control, so he can get a big turn 6
Back here.
boost, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We still got to jump, so he might be able to get something on that other objective
Leave
too.
space for him to go to
Yeah.
Yeah. Time for those grots to earn their living.
Advance him.
Yep.
Did Matt end his turn?
Also wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we're on-
Aiden's
we're on
turn.
bottom of 5 now.
Wow, he didn't bother to soul burst. Okay.
Who we targeted in.
Probably didn't have anything he really wanted to
We're
do.
gonna
I think his
Well,
shining
he-
spears are only safe behind that building. I guess he could have jumped. Oh no, he
coulda
can't jump
jumped.
to the other one.
Could have jumped
Like-
to the other one or where the craters are at.
Okay.
So he's closer. I don't know.
Yeah,
With
we're
only
gonna go
one
for the
unit
jump.
that's only 3 models, it's
I mean, it's actually he's moving advance.
2. He's down to 2. That's a
Go 7
Oh,
inches.
Farseer on a jet bike.
oh,
yeah.
Let's see what the camera says.
Anything.
No, it's a different
You're not
color.
getting a +1.
I can tell with his army.
Are you sure you do have one good eye?
Jump.
I'm sure. I'm not colorblind.
Jump.
Okay, so
Can
we'll
I see anything?
see who's. I mean, the question is, who does he jump?
Nope. Okay. That is going to
I would.
end my.
Now Jason takes us away from the action that's actually happening.
Hey,
It's just movement.
So
Mag-
I,
or
Only the
players.
most important part of the game.
I got hold one.
Danny, I appreciate your support.
Well, he only has what, the 2 or 3 10-man squads at this point.
Yeah, he has a couple 10-man squads.
I
left,
would
think.
throw just a 10-man squad on top of the objective. Try to
Yeah.
bait the unit. Bait a unit, any unit, just so the looters can shoot at them.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to get hold one. Just keep racking up those points.
I mean, he doesn't get kill, or he needs to kill one and then hold one.
Right,
At least,
yep.
He needs to at least kill one. So he gets 3. So he gets, because he'll get
Guns pointed at the other objective.
Well, he's
Hold
up
one.
by 3 right now.
right without
he's-
ground control.
Right. So he really doesn't need. He needs to just be. I mean, really, he should just be playing for the end of the game and win on points, right? Like, yes, it'd be nice to kill the Shining Spears and get his other mark for death, kill some characters or whatever. But really, he's going to win by hold one, hold more, and then ground control at the end, right? I think that's where his
Should he,
brain needs to be.
I still would have jumped the 10-man squad over there just to bait, just to do something, and then move.
Well,
the,
yeah, I mean that way you need to go anywhere anyway. So
and then you move the looters forward just in case the jump doesn't go off on turn 6.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, because the Ludas doesn't matter.
turn 5, turn 4.
I mean, the 6s are all that matter anyway, so you might as well be moving them. Not to mention, you might be getting some better line of sight stuff.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Is the pressure getting to him? As the
I don't-
game has swung back and forth.
So are we on turn 6?
No, we're on bottom of 5.
It's actually just about to change.
No, we're-
That's why I'm asking
Now.
why didn't he? move
boom,
the
we're
looters?
turn 6.
All right, Aiden's got a 2-point advantage.
Which does not include ground control. He's gonna
Yeah,
get.
so
This is the last
So
turn.
Matt needs to score
He needs
like
to score.
5 points this turn.
So basically, well, what are his
Secondaries. He's max Reaper
right? We've already
for sure.
He's
we've
got
already counted.
Headhunter and Butcher's Bill, so you think he's got. I don't think he has firepower units.
He
No,
got
he can't do Butcher's Bill. Like
And he
that's just
That's it.
And
I
getting
know,
the
he's
character
got-
is going to be tough.
So
yeah.
he's killed one character, and that's already included. His butcher's bill
Yeah.
so
Basically, I'm gonna try to
included.
jump.
He's not gonna get it one. He's
Yeah, he's done.
only
He's
gonna
kinda
I don't
get
think I can see
accepted.
anything here.
He already
Yeah.
switched his
Nope.
turnover.
yeah. So
Can't
that's
see
the game.
anything. I jump them,
Yeah.
and then we'll see.
I wouldn't even do anything else
Go ahead and
unless
cast fortune where
Just do the
I'm
jump.
going.
I wouldn't even do that. I would just stay where I'm at and say, okay, good game.
Okay,
No, get your
we're
battle
going
points.
to,
Is it a battle points tournament?
Well, it's still ranking, depending on especially I don't know if you're gonna have enough
anyway,
undefeated.
case
I don't think we will have enough undefeated for a clear champion, so battle points definitely do matter. And they're only doing 5 rounds, so the answer is yes to that.
Yeah, so battle points
But
matter.
I-
So go get your
okay,
battle points.
moving and hitting on
Go
this.
jump something on that freaking objective.
Big thing is the jump is
Oh,
one
now
of
he's
the ways.
moving them.
Actually, if these guys are on the bottom floor, I
Why
can.
is he-
Should have been doing that last turn.
I will.
He should be advancing them.
Got 5.
And they don't have enough to get there anyway.
Well, he should have done that last turn.
Yes, he should have moved last turn. That way he could have. That way he could have moved advanced and had a chance this
Yep,
turn.
It depends. If he's trying to max points, then he's.
Alright.
This is a problem a lot of players have.
Alright.
They don't think of ahead.
Oh, you're doing
They're
looted.
thinking about the now.
Yeah, jumping loot is.
Yeah, like I don't even know why he. None of
no,
this
this is
matters
much
except
more
for
relaxed.
can you
I don't
get the jump off and get that last objective over there.
This is also the other thing. I want to go
There
home.
it goes.
So
We all want to go home.
so let's just
There.
finish this up. Just do whatever you need to do, and let's finish this up.
Oh, he jumped them over there? He's trying to get his. I mean, I guess he's trying to get marked for death, but you're getting 1 point either way. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, ground control will give you.
Yeah, but he also had an old school, so you might be going for the line breaker.
There's nobody in
Oh.
line breaker because
Yeah.
they
There is
played
no
Van-
one.
line breaker says deployment or table edge. I think they changed it. Can't remember.
Yeah, so I think he
Well,
might
either
be
way.
trying for that line breaker for old school.
And last
Hey.
strike.
If you see, they're using the
okay.
chart that I made. They're pointing it out
That
right
you made.
now. There we go. You see it, Adam? Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't see anything. I'm looking
Oh
at it
my
with my
gosh.
left eye, which is my bad eye. I'm closing my good eye so I don't see it.
Good call, Adam. Good call.
You guys are terrible.
Yes, that has never
Yeah,
been
but if
disputed.
he was getting, trying to get line breaker, he should have jumped into the corner where he could still see the shining spears and shoot at them, and that way get line breaker, and then if he kills shining spears, get last strike, which would have been, which is again more points.
Looks like just 9, 10. He's 10, he's 11. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are closest to her. So we'll split it that way. 5 and then 10 at the Shining Spears. How many shots?
So you had, which is
One shot each.
17
Hey,
Alright.
the drama!
Drama.
going into this
Can't do
round.
much about that. Thunder.
So
He'd already
essentially,
won.
That's a talk right
He could
there.
have just sat there and he already won.
yeah,
But
Rolling?
it's just,
One hit?
yeah. I mean,
Eight-
if you're trying to get your points up,
8-4-2. So you'll have 2 undefeateds. You have 4 undefeateds. So it's only 5 rounds.
-1.
Yep.
Hey, there you go. Okay, 10 shots.
Alright,
Archie
your reign
five
is going to
rounds.
live to see another day.
Ours, the one in April is only because it's small.
Rolling
When
one.
it's the first year. The one in August, we're actually pushing it to 6 rounds.
Oh, Hammer's going up to 6? That's cool.
Yes.
Oh,
So yeah, if you ever want
oh,
to
man.
SoCal in August, we got Hammer of Wrath GT, and if you prefer not 100-degree heat, then come out to Battle of Los Angeles at the end of April.
Let's get this going.
Quick plugs, real quick.
Absolutely. Do it.
No Overwatch.
Just type those in Facebook. Look them up. Too lazy to give the full info.
Like a blue or 9, 8, 9, and we're all
You just want to go home.
Since I'm running both of them apparently.
Nope.
Yes,
Blues are coming in.
and I will hopefully be playing in both of them.
Into,
Yes.
Shining Spears.
Did we lock down Hammer State yet?
Warlord and Shining Spears. Gonna go try to beat
It's
the
always
crap
the
out of
second week of August. Second weekend in August. That's
Now you're making me look stuff up.
I don't know what
That's
day.
always right near my wife's birthday, so. Alright, I probably will be able to make that.
it. And
So
And
yeah,
actually get to play in both.
2 to 6.
10th and
God, I get to play in 2 GTs.
that's 2 more than last year.
No, I played
So
in
I want
Hammer.
that dice. I'm been failing 9 charges.
It went.
Hey!
Let's
Look
talk
at that.
here.
Lose are coming in and beating.
Lou's making the charge.
Living crap
Oh,
out of
wow.
So they're not shooting.
They've already shot.
Did. They already shot. Now they're just trying to go in and get some love.
actually probably 3 points. Oh,
Man, he
Oh,
really
they're
wants to
charging
kill
the
your
cannon.
brain.
She's sitting with, I think, 1 wound on her.
Oh, that's
okay.
you should just pick her up.
Sneak some in.
Yeah, that's fine.
You should just
I
pick
don't
her
know,
up.
man.
and
Luck has
maybe we
been
can all
pretty
go.
bad in this game on both sides. The luck has swung pretty hard at different times.
Can't tell how many wounds she has because he's using a dice and not a actual wound marker, which you can get at hammerheadgames.net.
Like,
You're welcome, Tony.
7 into her, and then everyone else will go into this draft. I not charged. Yeah, you're right. So these guys will pile over here. It's not gonna matter.
Alright.
So roll my dice. In rain and
Just trying to get that sweet, sweet last strike.
5, 7 in your rain.
Did he kill? He hasn't killed the last Shining Spears yet.
No, I don't think so. Nope, they're
I think he
still
just
alive.
ignored him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was just going purely for Cat Lady.
Well, I mean, they're all within dying range. So.
Right, yeah. Let's go. Let's just turn it to 7th edition. Roll off first turn for round 7.
Yeah, why you trying to traumatize us like that?
I almost thought that's why he was like playing
Ooh,
cagey
oh,
like this. Like, does he think there's a turn
Triple
7?
Oh my god! Just exactly killed.
Are they rolling dice?
Yeah, you get to swing back with these two.
Yes, I agree. The Eldar are very well painted.
Especially when you compare them.
I enjoy the white and blue is such a great combination. Really works well.
Good game, man. Solid up.
That's game, folks.
So,
All right, we're gonna tally the final scores, and then we'll have an interview with the players. But Danny and Adam, what were some of the kind of the key points to this game that you liked, and what do you think each player could have done differently?
this turn.
Viejo, go ahead.
Key points. I think as you get to more this level in terms of just because I think Matt's army or he now that I see him, he looks familiar to me. I think I've seen him before.
He was at LBO, the
Yeah.
BC crew, BC Brown
Sure.
Brothers.
Sure, I remember the face, and the shirt, but I think that I think the key to this one was, like we said before, the positioning. I think he had the positioning correct in the beginning, the Eldar player. I don't know if he miscalculated in his move. I think he miscalculated in his movement from the Wave Serpent, which is why he couldn't hide all the way. Could only hide part of the way. And I think the big thing was that he didn't spend the 2 CP to save the unit from disappearing. Like Danny said before.
Yeah, I think those I think the Dark Reapers dying really changed the tempo of the game because we can see here at the end of how little both players had left and how gassed the orcs were. But if there's even 3 or 4 Dire Avengers, or not Dire Avengers, Dark Reapers, I can never remember them, popping out doing damage, I think that suddenly the Matt has enough kill to actually push Aiden back to where he's not scoring and he's scoring, kill something a turn, maybe kill more.
Yeah, what I was thinking is with the Dark Reapers, if he had just popped them on top of the crates, they just pop up and down, up and down, up and down the whole time, and it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
And then on the orc side, even though he won, if you saw
All right, real quick, come on, you guys for final thoughts.
Looks like Brian's gonna go do it right now.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So he's gonna do that right now.
So Adam can go home.
on the.
Right over here? I can't remember your first name. I'm sorry. Aiden. All right, so Matt and Aiden, hard fought. What do you think the turning point was, Matt?
So I made a mistake deploying my spears right here in line of sight. Not my spears, my Reapers, for sure. And then that last turn, if he hadn't killed the Reapers, and then this last turn here where he got 3 points, it probably would have been a little bit different. Not saying you didn't play a good game, because you absolutely did. But I definitely would have killed more if the Reapers had been alive for one more turn.
Yeah.
But they're not. So.
Yeah, 2 units Shining Spears.
Yep.
You played pretty cagey with them both. What was the thought process behind that?
I mean, Eldar punch you, in the face and run away. That's kind of what they're best at. And over here, honestly, that relic shock attack gun and his Lunas, really it was drive up. It was drive up, try and get Reaper, try and get Butchersville, and then run away.
The thing that was really hurting you is that this secondary objective was in line of sight of all my Lunas and my shock attack gun, so anything that was holding this objective would be just completely annihilated, which meant that I was able to hold more every single turn of the game.
All right, so walk us through your battle plan, Aiden. What was going on in your mind?
Battle plan was kill the 3 things that are dangerous, the Reapers, the 2 Shining Spears. If I went first, I would have just jumped Ludus and just gone all in, double shot them, Mordaka, just wipe out Shining Spears. Going second, it really helped getting
Audio
more
cut out
more,
for a
but
minute.
my plan was
No, I got it.
scalpel the Shining Spears
I
and the
don't.
Reapers,
Just
and
from
then
them.
from there, it's just kind of my game to just walk forward and overwhelm. Pretty.
Yeah, I never felt too really overwhelmed, which is kind of amazing. Like, it was.
Yeah, it was the first game.
Yeah.
some points through a lot of it.
Yep.
You
Right
kind
until
of last turn, I
here,
think you
last
realize that, well, shit, so.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing I could do.
It was a good game to watch, guys. Thanks for coming on the stream.
Yep.
One last handshake. Let's get the hell out of here.
Be on the battlefield.
Okay. Yeah.
Podcast.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Okay, that was it. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Adam and Danny from TFG Radio. How can listeners watch and take a look at or listen to your show?
Normally we do a Twitch show. Usually on Thursdays. We'll announce it on our Facebook page. That's the best place to find anything that we're doing or when the next show will be. We do take the Twitch show and port it over to podcast form. So you can catch us there on iTunes. Just look up TFG Radio. And then we also have, we also do, it's usually me, interviews on the side different times during the course of the in-between shows. So you can catch us there. We also do, we run now we run 2 events a year. One is Hammer Wrath in the second weekend in August, which this year I believe is the 9th and 10th.
In
this
beautiful
year,
Pasadena.
In Pasadena, California, at location TBD. But and then this year we're actually running for the first time what we're calling Battle for Los Angeles, which is at the end of April, and that's going to be at the Hyatt Hotel in Burbank, California, which is one of the suburbs in Los Angeles. Danny, anything else to think of?
We do have a channel. Just look us up, TFG Radio on YouTube. We post battle reports. Oftentimes, Adam and I will try out weird games, and then John, also known as the Salty John, he does some pretty nice battle reports. I do some much lower rent versions when I can.
Is he the most famous 40K judge in the world?
Yes.
So
if you ask,
so they say. What else? We all for Frontline Gaming, so you can read Salty John ITC updates. You can read Adam's Grognard articles every Friday, and then Saturday, and then I do Tyranid Codex review pretty much every Sunday, and I'm all the way through almost through the end of the book. So we're kind of all over the internet. Really, if you just Google TFG Radio, you're gonna get plenty of stuff.
Well, that's awesome. So tomorrow we'll be joined with Jason Lippert of Adepticon, and coverage will start at around 9 o'clock. Since we got all the tech stuff figured out, I think we're going to be in good shape. But if we can't wait to see you tomorrow, we'll have round 4 and 5 of the Desperate Allies GT, and I think it's going to be some awesome. From all of us here at the at Iron Halo TV, as well as Adam and Danny from TFG Radio, we say thanks for watching, and as always...
And Flying Monkeys Wargaming.
And Flying Monkeys Wargaming. Because I guess Brian, was coughing into the mic, so I was super distracted.
Whatever.
Alright, thanks for watching, and dice safely.
And if Wargaming is easy